what up? It's your boy Keem back again at Take Shots. I'm with my boy Pete today. Scott's missing somewhere, so who knows?
What's going on, ladies?
But today, for y'all don't know, it's Christmas Eve. We're recording this in the past because we're trying to get ahead of ourselves so we have enough time to edit the videos and we're trying to give ourselves enough time to do all this because honestly it's just me doing all the editing and all that other stuff, and so I just want to give myself enough time. So that's basically what it is. So if you're coming back from the first episode, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. We were talking crazy nonsense, and it was an awkward first. It was an awkward first episode. I'm not gonna lie. It was the beginning was felt a little staged because I just felt like we needed to say anything, but it was just whatever. But we're back and we're doing our thing. But like I said in my introduction video, this is basically just therapeutic for me and some of my boys. Like we have a lot on our mind from our day to day life, and we're just talking to each other and decompressing through life. This really helps my mental. It really does help my my sanity, and hopefully it does the same for Pete. I can't really speak for him. He can speak on that, but whatever. This is very therapeutic for me. So, welcome back.
Just expressing.
Yeah, we are very
Oh man,
we're expressing heavy, bro. But let me go get off and take a shot, for the episode, Let's the first shot to get loose. No homo.
what you drinking on today? Afro head,
Oh,
yo.
I'm still on the Afro head. I like this stuff. I ain't gonna front. It is. It is. Does what it does. But cheers. Mm.
Cheers.
Pete out here fucking sipping like a bitch.
Hey man,
Like a
it's
young
not a
white girl.
race. I just today I was thinking about it, and I was just like, all the amazing times, and not even to mention the conversations on the harder alcohol, but like the fucking taste. Like I just can't do it no more. I can't. I could do it if you guys were here in person. Best believe we're drinking some hard
Oh,
shit,
for
but
sure. Taking shot
just
shots.
for cooling. I'm just gonna drink this shit because I
Yeah.
mean I still like beer. Just it's not worth the weight gain on
Mm.
some fucking mom shit. I mean,
Bro, the weight
but
gain's gonna happen regardless. I'm fat as hell.
gonna jump right into it because I need to know what I can and can't talk about on here because the placenta, you know, what I mean, it's cut out. It was a great segment, you know,
Oh, for
and
just to pause you, Pete. For y'all don't know out there, Pete just became a dad. So congratulations to Pete. His baby's here, doing good. He's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Looking just like Pete. Chinky eyes, big nose.
God bless,
You know
right?
what I'm
God is good.
saying?
Looking
God's
like
good. Won't he do it? So that's just so if you wonder why he's just randomly talking about placentas, his girl has just had a baby. So like I said, he's he's a new dad.
me. More exciting topic. I would have liked to talk about what was going on when I got that phone call, but I don't think YouTube allows us to
Nigga,
go into great detail.
fuck whatever. Who cares? Just say what you want, bro. This is we gonna talk whatever shit we want to talk. Go ahead.
Well, you ever been caught masturbating before? Let's start out. You want to kick it off?
I mean, damn, that's kind of weird, but yeah, obviously, I mean, I've been caught once, mad embarrassed.
By your mom?
Both my wife and my mother once, not together, just different times in life. Horrible,
All right, so
horrible,
that's like
weird fucking instances. I'm not gonna lie, stupid weird.
I mean, this might even be like even randomer. Like, first of all, as a man, I don't think you should probably ever chill in bed naked like women do. You know what I'm saying? The
So,
sack flying around, all that type of shit.
for a quick disclaimer,
My
they
mom
didn't catch me dick in hand. There was no like straight stroke, fucking gripping
shorts
my
down,
head. Yeah, ain't none of that shit. It was back towards everybody, and you know what I'm saying. It was like and
just
they seen
elbow,
the videos on the screen. So
just elbow
just for the y'all weird motherfuckers out there thinking, oh, you know, gripping, tipping, fucking in hand. No.
and ripping. But literally, right? So I was just laying in bed naked one night because I was just like, fuck it, I know women do it. They say it's comfortable. Let me try it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there, balls breezing up in the fan and shit like that, right? And my mom opens the door and I can see the eyes just, you know what I'm saying, like
Oh.
connect. You know what I'm saying? And then she proceeded to rash on me. So it was just, you know, it was a rough time.
Oh hell no, that's
She ain't seen
disgusting.
that thing in like 28 years. So I don't think she was
Can I get
impressed.
a? Can I Is this recent?
It was like a year ago.
Oh damn. For those
Yeah.
you know, Pete's a mama's boy. Lives at home with mummy
My,
to save that,
I mean,
to get ahead in life, to save a little bit of bread. But it's all good because I mean, I guess that's most people really these days. I know a bunch of people with
yo, I was
fucking.
thinking about it. Everybody but you.
I mean, yeah,
Literally everybody we talk to.
honestly, I know a lot of people that still live at home with their parents, and upwards. Some people older than me too. So, if y'all don't know, I'm I just turned 30, and I know a lot of people still live at home with their mothers that are a little older than me, or shit, even older than me. But honestly, and a lot of be women too. I know a lot of women. So for y'all already out there, all y'all women talk about bum dudes, y'all ladies be doing the same, staying with mummy, getting that nice security. So don't be hating on my
I
brothers that
mean,
be home. So
we know a lot of women, from throughout life and shit like that. But I mean, the majority of them do a lot better than the average male. So, but for the ones that don't, they do below average. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are
well,
still at
it's
home.
to be honest, bro. Women have it easier just for the simple fact of men want to pay for their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Men just naturally want to take care of them. So it's like for women, like it's really it could be a turnoff for some men that you like a woman doesn't have a job, but he's still gonna hit. He's still gonna like, and then once he hits, either the pussy gonna make him fall in love with her, so he's gonna pay for her lifestyle anyway, or he's just gonna they're just gonna break up. But it's never like no talk like that bitch is a bum. She ain't got no money. She whack and all this other like women do to men. Men like he's just women dog us. I ain't gonna front. Women be dogging us. I was on a post
They
the
don't
other.
even.
So there's a post that's been floating around on Facebook. I know you don't be on social media, so you don't know. But it was a post about it was like I don't know if it was a female who said it. So it was like I don't know if anybody's asked y'all, but what can we as women do better in our relationship? We're asking men, right? So it was a whole comment section, obviously threads and shit. A bunch of men saying, "Shut the fuck up." I ain't gonna front. That shit would have me die. It was like a bunch of, just learn to know when to shut up. I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy. So I posted a comment. And I'm like, yo, just more pussy. And I'm like, because honestly, let's be real. A lot of dudes be, in long relationships. You gotta kind of beg a little.
Cater.
You gotta
Oh,
cater.
oh yeah.
Not only cater. You gotta beg a little. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like
Not extensive though,
yeah,
but not extensive.
it's not like groveling on the ground,
Average.
like please, please. No, none of that shit. Just, I mean, you got to cop a little attitude basically when they say no, and it's just like I just did all. It's basically all it is. It's just like so like if you're in a long relationship, everybody's going through it. I don't want to hear it unless you guys are like a perfect fit on the lust. That's really hard to find.
You're in a bad
It's
community.
hard to find a lust mate, to be honest. They're really
Yeah,
so honestly, a lot of relationships are compromised. So, but anyway, so I wrote like I wrote more pussy than I had put like and also you know, y'all women need to learn to. If y'all in a long relationship with men, and I'm not talking about me specifically, I just see a lot of women complaining on a lot of posts that y'all need to keep it a
yeah.
buck with y'all men about like, nah, you didn't make me come, you didn't make me do none of that. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes out here walking thinking they got the best dick in the world, and they ain't pleasing their women at home because y'all don't tell them. So I see a lot of posts. There was another post that basically was like, oh, women that take showers mad long because they're playing with themselves with the shower head. And it was like a thousand. Man, let me tell you something. Hundreds and thousands of comments talking about basically dudes who can't perform and how the shower head does better anyway and all this other crap. So I'm like, and you know what I mean? I'm like, it's a sad world. I'm like, communication will go a long way. Women are finally open about their sexuality, but they're open about saying what they like, but they don't tell their men if they, you know what I mean, underperform. Dudes, honestly, dudes take that straight to the heart. If you hit him with, nah, I didn't finish, bro. He's gonna be like,
Depends
oh,
if you
next
like the
time.
girl.
That's what I'm saying. It depends if you like to go. If dude don't like you, then your
Yeah,
ass out. He's in there for him. You know what I'm telling you something. I got mine.
get that girl.
I hope you got yours. But
But honestly, at the same time, I really do feel like it's almost like a myth at first because like to anybody out there, like women are a lot easier to please than it's made to seem. Let me tell you that first of all, because if I never didn't make it one girl come, it was probably because I wasn't even with them like that,
Mm.
or satisfy a woman, and she could still want more or less at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. It's not as hard as people think it is. I mean, if you just eat the pussy too, that'll help you out a whole bunch. You know what I mean?
A lot of, lot of,
That's how I feel.
a
I
lot of
don't feel like
dudes
I've
don't know
never
how. I don't know
underpleased.
if a lot of dudes don't like it, but I don't know. I see nowadays. I think a lot of dudes like to eat pussy. I'm not gonna front because I've always liked it. I've always liked it, but I don't know. I feel like some dudes are just they. I don't know. Women need to just be more communicating with a dude who's whack, bro. Like I'm talking about for the relationship dudes. Usually the one night flings be be the best for
No,
everybody.
go ahead.
That's everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
That's for everybody. That's good for everybody some days, but it ain't just not healthy for the brain.
There's been times I've performed on purpose though. Like not on
For
purpose, but just like
sure, bro.
I don't even want
Let
to be
me
in this situation.
let me tell you something. I underperformed the fuck out of one time. I'm talking so bad, fake the nut and everything. I just wanted to get because
I've
I
never
was honestly no disrespect to the girl, but I'm not obviously not gonna say her name, but I just I don't know. I just felt like I was pressured into having sex with her just because I was going without for mad long. I was in a stupid drought, and then it's like when you watch that weird porn and you're like, why am I watching this to get off today? And it's just like. So it's like you feel disgusted with yourself. It's not that she was disgusted. I just was not attracted to her in that way. So she
yeah,
wasn't my
even the
type.
personality down
She
to that
just
is just like
she just wasn't my type, bro. So I faked a nut and then got up out of there. But even
but
she was begging me to stay too. No, no, please, please. Oh, that was crazy. I'm talking. I was Michael Phelps, bro. That shit was splashing all over
it
the
just
place.
goes back to the thing that it's just like if we could do it, why can't they do it too? You know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah, but
argument between it's pleasure on the outside more than the inside, I think it's a very even, it's a fine line. It's just that the outside is a lot more sensitive than the inside. You know,
this
you
is
need
what
to
I
scrape
wanna.
cervix.
This is what I want to say before I lost what I was gonna say was I feel like a lot of women actually don't know their own bodies. Like they don't even know what they
Fact.
like. So like, cause if you like, obviously men know what they like because growing up since maybe 13 or most men probably watch their first pornography at 13 or something like that. So you know what I mean. So we've been getting ourselves off. We know what we've been into since our early stages. We've been getting fucking hard on since fucking we could. We basically can't remember since we were like 3 years old. The dick works at three. You know what I'm saying? So, but for women, they don't even. I don't maybe new generation women are growing up on porn and starting to do more porn things because everything's so sexualized, overly sexual. So maybe the new age girls are starting to find out what they like. But honestly, girls growing up from our era, I feel like they don't really know what they like because they never really masturbated too much. Only girls that really probably masturbated, and I can't even speak on it because I'm not a female, but you never hear about female admitting to, rubbing it out or doing whatever they do. So I just feel like they never watched porn. They never really experienced their body. They never really played with themselves enough to figure out what they actually like. You know what I mean? So I feel
I
like,
feel too like a lot of women are getting their sexuality from music at this point in time, which is weird.
ooh,
Or unfortunately, a lot of women do ride the way. And I'm not trying to take that as a shot as women or anything, but like you're claiming you like these big 9-inch penises, but in reality, half of you can't even take half of that.
yeah, it's true. But it's funny because I, it's crazy. I don't even like get my information this way, but it is a good way to see how it's kind of gauging what people are on in comment sections on people like a lot of some women will just say I had huge penises and I never really liked it, and I know what y'all are already thinking.
Yeah,
Y'all already know what y'all thinking. Get your mind up the gutter, you weird ass motherfuckers. Don't worry about my size of my thing in my pants. You fucking weirdos. But I'm just saying, I've met a lot of women who say otherwise, but it does because there'll be posts like, oh, a lot of y'all dudes think just sticking it in and out is gonna get a woman off and all this other stuff and blah blah blah. I'm like, shit. I mean, isn't that the natural way? Shit, you put that bitch in and you pull that
you
bitch
gotta,
out. What the fuck? Swing that shit
you
around a little
gotta like
bit.
it's like to a as a like to a person's swag too. It really like translates into like your stroke game too,
I
because
feel like
it's
a
like
women a lot of emotions with it. My bad for cutting you off. It's like emotional for
I
them.
mean, that was good.
I feel like
I mean,
it's got to be like the right setting, and if it's you know how like when you're doing something, why like when you're not supposed to be doing something, is it more exciting, right? So when for one night stands, it's obviously easy to please women because it's exciting. Like you know what I mean? You know you both don't know each other. It's like it's just like this wild thing that's going on real quick, and it's like boom, done. You know what I mean? So it's just wild. But
but
for what was you gonna?
I mean, one time me and such and such, and there will be guests or have been guests on the show, had gone to the garden downtown, right? And then we're just gonna skip throughout the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Until I have the girl outside and she wants to do whatever she wants to do, and it's like I'm leaning toward the porta potty, and it's a definite no. But
Hmm.
if I want to do it on the side of the museum, it's a definite go. So I just, you know, I don't understand that point of view. I mean, the smell and all that, yeah, and sanitary reasons, but then the cops drove by, and it's just
You
like,
said, well, hold on. You said a whole lot of nothing. You smell and what? What? Hold on now. Put
oh
some
no, just in the
goddamn.
porta potty.
Oh, I was gonna say, put some damn
Yeah,
context on what we talking about here.
I don't
The
know. It's hard to
smell.
get into certain stories. With, I mean, if we really want to put a face to the case, it'd
No,
be
we
Scott
never.
and Chris were there with me. No,
Oh,
not
all
that, but
right.
Scott and Chris was with
No, I
me
mean,
somewhere.
Scott's part of the podcast, and Chris, you know, I'm maybe one day he'll have a surprise. You know, surprise. I don't even know the word. It's
Parents.
okay. Appearance. There it is. I'm brain farting. It's all good. I'm taking another shot. Loosen up a little bit. But
Yeah, we're easing into the. This is the. You know what
the
I'm
thing is,
saying?
like with this podcast stuff, it's so it's so weird because you feel like you're supposed to like you like there's a chronological order, and we're not. Usually, when me and Peter are just on the phone talking and just and just chatting, I'm like, oh no no no, stop all this talk. It's podcast talk, podcast talk. But it takes a little bit to get to that conversation, so it's a slow build up, but it's always worth it at the end.
Busy right now. What? What's up, dude? What? All right. Now, but I'm filming for the rest of the. So I gotta put my fucking Christmas lights on.
All right, cool. Like I said, it's
Um.
y'all, it is Christmas time, so you know we gotta.
Yeah. I don't know if that's much of an excuse.
It's all good. Hey man, listen, Joe Rogan people go to the bathroom and everything. You're fine. People don't care.
All right.
Shit,
But
right? Yeah, I
literally.
don't care. Yeah, we got lives.
Um. Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's really hard too, because I'm you gotta almost edit, you gotta
Shots.
tailor these conversations, you know.
I
But
mean,
I'm willing to get wet and wild. Put it that way.
say no Porto.
No, well, because I'm drinking. Yeah,
Shit.
whatever.
Pete, you're on the white cloud. Chill out.
I'm on the white club.
I'm on,
But
my man was drunk off claw.
saying fuck the law.
uh, but honestly, another thing that we are looking to do on this podcast is hopefully put some shine to local rappers from our hometown and shit like that. So once we start gaining some traction and shit like that, we got something special we want to do for the future. We won't say it yet, but if um if you're a local rapper from New Bedford or and almost anywhere, we don't care. Just send us an email and you know what I'm saying. We'll give them all a listen and we'll do basically a top 10, you know what I'm saying, of in the the outro basically, you know what I'm saying, of the ones we liked. And if you don't make it, you can always make it in a future video. Don't get discouraged. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's welcome. We just want to put some shine on our city and then and just small communities around the world anyway and shit like that. I don't even know if I said that right, but it's all good. It's not a matter. Just
I
let me know.
feel like so much wasted talent too. You know what I'm saying? But with that coming too, you already know how that city is. It's so divided. We know so
I
many
mean, you
people from
mean
so many
is
different.
is it divided though? I mean, I guess every city can be divided.
'Cause it's like, we could put this one person, and we actually do think their music is good.
Hmm.
And who do you know from the opposite side of town? And I don't mean to say it like that. I just don't want to say specific
I
areas,
don't.
but
I mean, I know. I mean, there's a lot of people from the south that I don't know any North End
that
people.
you like that
To
rap.
be honest, I don't know any North End dudes like that. I don't think I do. And if they are from the North End, excuse me. I didn't know where you lived. I didn't know what area you was from. You know what I'm saying? So, and those of you who are not from New Bedford who are watching, me and Pete are originally from New Bedford, Massachusetts. The city is broken up basically in uh, coordinates. You know, the
For
you got west end, south end, north end. There's no east end, and and basically those break up into, those are basically the, so quote unquote the hoods. You know what I mean? I don't want to put no, gang name on it, but
yeah,
usually whatever side of the city you're from, that's what you rep, and that side of the city breaks down into smaller little groups of 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 sub hoods, so to speak.
suburban.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
the South End are the South End people. They'll scream South Side. West End are the West End people. They throw up West Side, and North Ends are usually mixed with a little
yeah,
Latino
East
gangs.
Side.
They're like, yeah, they're usually a lot of, they're still South End people. They'll still like rep like a South End or West End, or they'll be Latinos and have their own little Latino hood, so to speak. So
They're doing their thing too.
so
But
that's basically what it's
I,
broken down to.
yeah,
And yeah, it's a little small little snippet of background. Hopefully, throughout the podcast episodes, you'll find more and more about me and Pete, because we're just gonna honestly let it all out between our personal lives, and please, honestly, I know everybody judges that, like, this is not like, it's cool to be judgmental, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, if I'm gonna put my life out there like that, it's obviously expecting somebody
I
to
would.
have a somebody's gonna actually have a fucking opinion about it. Okay, there's no reason, if I'm posting this shit online, that means I wasn't afraid to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be incriminating anybody. I'm not putting names to anything, just for the protection of other people. And just like when you guys send us emails at takeshot556@gmail.com, I'm never going to put your name to it. I don't care how hateful you get. I don't like, me and Pete and Scott, we're cool with being, like I said on my intro, we're cool with being wrong. And I'll read it out, and you can make us look stupid. You can take a shot at us. This is what it's about. You get your chance to take a shot at us. We're not fucking, we're not putting death threats obviously on the damn. I'm not gonna be talking about the death threats we'll probably be receiving because we thought a different way, or something like that. So none of those are getting fucking right when I see, I'm gonna kill you and I'll delete, instant report, delete. You
It's
know what I'm
funny
saying?
though. It's cute.
It's hilarious, but for the people who actually have a rebuttal to some of the things we've said on these episodes, I'm so glad to read those emails because I want to open up dialogue with you. Like I said, I don't hate the sender, but y'all probably will hate us. That's just what it is, and that's okay. We're not here to please everybody. That's just not what this is about. This is about,
There's gonna be people that we're genuinely friends with that are probably gonna be pissed off at certain topics.
for
But it's at the
real.
end of the day, if you was really my homie, then you wouldn't give a fuck what I'm talking. You get over it.
You either
You
get
get
over
over
it
it
or shit, get under it. It's other. Fuck it. You know what
for
I'm
real.
saying? So, but anyway, back to the normal program.
That's scheduled. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, so bang, right? I was looking at this today too. All right, so you were talking about like the Shadow Legends and stuff like that. Just basically just promotion in general, or what
Hmm.
do you call it? So those are sold in segment blocks.
Oh, you read about it?
You know, no, I just seen someone talking about it that they like. I think it was Mr. Beast or something like that. Like because your platform is worth so much depending
Hmm.
on how many views you get, and then you sell it as a package deal. So
Oh,
like
dope.
that's why huh?
I said, oh, that's dope.
Yeah, because you can't sell like numerous ad revenue. You can't get you get numerous ad revenue, but you can't just be like, oh, Blue Chew, and then you can say, oh, Comcast. Just random things out there. You can't do two at the same time because they're
No,
paying
no,
for a
no.
certain set.
Yeah, there's paying for, if your podcast or whatever is this amount of length, they're gonna pay for this section of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because I see a couple of people, oh, we gotta pay some bills. That's what they'll do. We gotta pay some bills here real quick, guys. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
there'll be a
man, I
couple
hate
different
that
ads,
shit. How they do it.
things like that. But yeah, man, I do hope our channel grows that big. But at the same time, I don't care because it's just something I wanted to do in general. There's too many things I see out in the world on Facebook that I need to, not just Facebook, just Twitter, and just people in the real world are
Air it,
I just want to
air
have
it.
something to say. This is just something. This is a conversation for everybody. This shit is for everybody. But yeah.
That actually brings up a good topic. I mean, I kind of in my mind was thinking like, well, it's Christmas Eve. Let's maybe reflect on either the good times or the hard times that we've had on this holiday, whatever the case may be. But
Too many
if
hides,
you
bro.
want to bring You know what I'm saying? You know, if you want to, like, first of all, in like the last 10 years, first of all, I used to get my clothes on layaway.
Mm.
You don't hear that no more. You don't hear that no more at
Nah, because
all.
everybody is willing to go broke for their kids, which is
For
awesome. But at
something
the same,
that's not real.
for they if it's for themselves, that's what. Listen, this whole you know generation, our generation, and the one before us, is retarded with money. Let me tell you something. Straight dummies, right?
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to save a goddamn dollar no more, bro. Me and you have these conversations too many times about your spending habits and what you waste money on and all this other shit. I don't expect everybody to obviously save the same way as I do or whatever the case may be. Some people are way better than I am. My method doesn't work for
Yeah.
everybody. It works for other people. But for those of you out there, this is my method. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys my method. Fucking Keem's breakdown on what he does to save money. So boom, I get a check, right? Say my check is fucking, I'm just throwing random numbers out there. Say my check is $1,500. Every 2 weeks, we'll say I'm getting $1,500 a 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Okay, I got bills, I got rent. Okay, so with that $1,500, at that 2 week mark, I'll put half the rent. I'll pay half the rent to the landlord or whoever you pay. That's what I would I what I do is I pay half my rent to the landlord. Boom. Then usually I have gas, electric due on one of those dates. So I'll pay my phone, I'll pay electric, and then boom, done with that. So cable, that's obviously on the next 2 weeks check. So now, so say just like this. I know this is gonna get a little confusing. Say I had the $1,500. Say my half my rent was $600. So boom, now I have $900 left over. Say my phone bill is $100. Boom, now I have uh $800 left over. My gas bill is $50. Now I have fucking 750 left over. Okay, 2 plus 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths. I put $500 in my savings account right off rip. That leaves me with $250 to spend until my next check. I don't know what y'all need to spend that's more than $250 in 2 weeks. Like you guys can't stretch fucking you know what I mean, $125 a week. Like what are you guys spending your money on or whatever? Like what costs you $125 a week when you already you know what I mean? You got everything you need. You know what I'm saying? You got everything. So then you know what I mean? Next check comes around. I have even more money because I paid my majority of my bills on my first 2 week check. You know what I'm saying? So all I
Yeah.
basically do is just pay the rent and then I have like maybe one other bill, but then I have this, large size cash. Guess what I do? I put only $500 in my savings account and leave myself with a little more spending money because what people need to know is you will never be able to save money if you don't pay yourself first. There's things out there that you want. You may want some new Ray Bans, or new shoes, or new this, and new that. So you got to allot yourself that type of money. That's what I do. Hey, I might not even need that money that week, but I'm still gonna hold on to it. I'm still not gonna just dump it into savings. I might feel froggy and dump like maybe $600 into the savings out. But that was
Yeah.
just I chose to spend $100 extra on my fund money. That's what I call it into my savings account. That's what I do, and I keep the rest for myself. You know what I'm saying? If I want to buy video games, spend some money on a fucking video game and on Fortnite fucking points or something. I don't play Fortnite. I'm just throwing it out there. Doesn't matter if I wanted to buy some Obviously, I don't fucking buy shoes and shit. I don't really care about gear and shit like that anymore as much as I want to be. But because I believe those type of things are a waste of money. I'm out of the game. I know my wife probably still wants me to look good, so I've been kind of trying to work on myself for that. You know what I mean? Buy some more clothes, keep myself
We
up
ain't
with a
bummy
hair.
by any means, though. You know what I'm saying? Like we
I
still
mean,
buy Nike, so it's like, we just don't buy the upper echelon
I don't.
brands.
I don't. I try. I don't buy Jordans anymore. I try to stay casual. That's what I want to be. I want to instead of shopping for my shoes at it doesn't matter. I can still shop for my shoes in Foot Locker and all that other stuff. I'm just not gonna be buying those, $200 shoes and shit like that. I'm gonna now buy fucking like basically just like Air Force type shoes, the standard casual shoe. You feel what I'm saying? So I'll go into Journeys and buy some nice little dress shoes or just some casual shoes. I don't care what people think anymore in that aspect because honestly, I can I can make basically anything look good. Not trying to sound you know,
Exactly.
not trying to sound conceited. I'm just confident in if I decide to put myself together, I can do that well. That's all I'm saying. I don't like even on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? I didn't shave for this podcast. I didn't give myself a lineup for this podcast because I want you guys to get the raw me. This shit is raw footage. This is me. You know what I'm saying? This is my day to day life. If you chill with me, this is usually what I look like and how I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's just I want you guys to feel like you're
Making
rocking with
fun.
me. You know what I mean? We cool and we that's it. I'm in my own. I'm in the comfort of my own home, cooling. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But that's how I save money and that's what I do. I stop buying unnecessary things. Now, if you're still out there, you're a single dude and all this other stuff, and you're putting money
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Honestly, I have nothing to say to anybody who's saving for their future. You know what I'm saying? You're handling your bills. Nobody can tell you shit, bro. To be honest, but if you're living paycheck to paycheck, struggling, if you rather buy these shoes over fucking paying your phone bill, you kind of got a problem. And I understand the social pressures that society brings down on you, and these females bring down on you. Because honestly, a lot of that stuff for the guys, at least, it's a female pressures, and the homeboys kind of add a little bit to it by just clowning you a little bit. Just you know what I mean. But it's mostly the females because they don't want to fuck with you because you ain't rocking name brand shoes and all this other stuff. While they can wear clear earrings
His name, bro.
and Fashion Nova shit, they wear $20 outfits while we got to drop fucking $500 fit just to fucking you know what I mean to actually look decent to them because if you don't have this fucking alligator on your shirt or fucking a dude
Fuck.
on a fucking horse or some other rich white dude's name on your body, bro, you ain't, you know what I mean, you can't get, you ain't in, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, let me rebuttal on that. Before we go any further, first of all, you're spending all this money on this fit, right? I've seen you fuck the same bitch as the dude that went and bought a whole Walmart outfit. Fuck the same
mm,
girl. That's
he
number
got
one.
swag. That's
Two,
because he got swag.
that's because it's a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, Walmart stepping their tees up. I don't buy tees from Walmart. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying anything, but you wouldn't even know they was from Walmart. Put it that way. You know what I'm saying? And first of all, you're paying all this money to put something on your body when these people that create these brands actually hate you. They don't even care
That's
about
real
you. They don't give a
oppression.
fuck about you.
That's real
You know what I'm
oppression right
saying?
there.
And if you really feel like you have to spend your money to compete with other people, then your priorities are fucked up.
You need to have some you need to do some soul searching, to be honest. So, you know what I mean? What Pete said is right, bro. There's dudes out here who don't feel like they need a dressing designer and still do have, can bag a girl, so that kind of contradicts what I say, but at the same
100%.
time, that's how like most dudes kind of feel, like, at least dudes that try to keep themselves up, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're not wearing, stuff that says I have money or I have a stable life, then you need to at
Facts.
least be charismatic and your charisma has to be up there and you have to be, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's basically charisma and at least be ambitious because women don't want to be with somebody
Oh my
who's
God.
a bum and not charismatic, bro. That's just like you ain't got nothing. Yeah, like bro, if I chill
I've
with
seen
you,
it
I can't
firsthand.
even laugh, bro. You're just all sadness. You know what I'm saying? Like, geez, you're gonna be asking me for money soon. You know what I mean? It's not the fact like
Yeah.
and that just gets me into a lot of women today in these terms, and I have a lot of things to talk about with women because of this whole feminist thing going on. So I feel like today's society is a lot of us versus them. You know what I mean? He versus she, everything. But women somehow feel like men still need to make more than women and still provide, even though they make their own money, right? Women make their own money, if not more than men these days because now they're having less kids so they can be this. I never believed in this whole wage gap. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. And I've looked at all the statistics, and none of the uh, statistics ever tell me how much time that woman took off. This isn't like white right wing propaganda. No, those are the things I looked up. Those are the things I thought in my brain. Well, how many days did she take off? How many days has she? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Has she had a baby this year? Does she just not want to work? Is she a lazy worker? So does her boss not give her many hours? You feel what I'm saying? Not to say that men
Facts.
ain't lazy too, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's easy to find a hardworking man than it is to find a fucking woman who can compete like labor job wise. Like
I disagree.
I'm talking construction, electricians, and I'm not talking about no damn stupid fucking you know post office not post office job, fucking just something that doesn't require physical labor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about shit like that.
Yeah,
But obviously, men have a better chance at physical labor than women do, just because we're built different. So,
but
but at
you
the end
see
of the
those
day,
women.
why do women expect us to still make more money than them, to still pay for things? It's like, oh, if my man, like, how is that a turnoff because you make more than your man? If anything, that should be more empowering to you as a woman. You feel what I'm saying? I outperform my male counterparts in this type of job. You feel what I'm saying? I'm HBC in here. You know what I'm saying? They come to me. You
Yeah,
know, I'm boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm big boss. You know what I'm saying? You guys should be feel so empowered to make more money. I can't speak on women on how it felt in the past to not have certain things because society has always taught women to be caretakers and all this stuff, and that's just a natural instinct for women in general to be
facts.
to honestly, like, women are going against the grain right now, against their own natural
Yeah.
instincts to be nurturers, and they're moving away. They're actually stepping into man roles, and they're actually leaving men obsolete. So
Shout out those women, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah,
Because they're
yo,
not
big
sometimes.
ups on women
Shout out
who
those
bust
women.
their ass. I have nothing against
Facts.
anyone who bust their ass. Because one thing we can all agree on is we hate lazy fucks that don't want to do nothing, but then expect to do this right here. Ask them for this.
You know what I'm saying?
Where's mine? And always ask them for handout. So it doesn't. Honestly, I commend you. So if and especially you women out there that work with mostly men in a male dominant position, but yet
Yeah.
still dominate and still be honestly,
If they
y'all are
do, so,
to be
yeah.
honest, y'all are rare. In at least in my field of work,
Yeah.
I see too many lazy people. You know, women ranking obviously higher than the men on that lazy. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of lazy men too, but I'm just saying, in general, a lot of women
You
be
doing
up
your
there.
thing.
But
You
I
know what I
am
mean?
I'm 100% proud of the women who fucking grit their teeth and
Oh
fucking
yeah.
and push through, bro. Because honestly, it's
Facts.
hard for a lot of men to do the same thing. So it doesn't matter. This is for them women that just think like men should pay everything for your life, but yet you don't contribute anything. It's cool that you got a job and you got all this stuff, but what do you do? Like, women love to talk about, like, oh, what do you bring to what do you bring to the table? It's like men gotta do, they gotta hang, you know, give you security, give you compliments, and make you feel good, make you feel beautiful. But do you do that same thing for your man? Do you give him some sanity? Do you give him the time off from you that you that he needs? You know what I'm saying? Men like their space. You feel me? Are you giving your man enough space to just relax and decompress and all that? Because you're offloading a lot onto him. Your stresses are his stresses. Believe it or not, men stress about your stresses. You know what I'm saying? They want to make you feel good as well, more than anything. Once a man really loves you and he likes you, he's gonna give his all,
Yeah,
bro.
you do
No
anything for
bullshit,
you.
bro. If you are it, and I've said this, bro. Here's one thing about men are very insecure about their women, very territorial. I'm gonna say this, and hopefully I don't butcher it. They are 100% territorial. It's not about we are jealous of other men that might try to hit on you. So when you dress up nice and beautiful in in more revealing clothes, men are very like, you guys take it as controlling, but men already know how men are gonna react to that outfit. You feel what I'm saying? We want you all to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Very insecure, very territorial. You're not ours, but at the same time, we don't want somebody taking you from us. We want you to come home to us and only us. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. You know what I mean? Men love our women, and if we really like you, and if we suspect that you being unfaithful and you don't care about our insecurities, or at least try to baby us into like thinking, hey, babe, I'm only for you, I only got eyes for you, and you don't prove that to us, then men are gonna step out. If he hints at anything being a red flag, men will step out. If a man steps out on you, it's either because A, he didn't like you in the first fucking place and he was stringing you along. Girls do it too. That's a
Most likely
disclaimer.
that. Yeah.
Or he really did fuck with you, but you gave so many red flags and he just couldn't trust you. You guys say that it's communication. It doesn't matter how many times you tell a man, um hey, I wasn't out there doing nothing. It's the fact of when you walked out that home and you didn't take what his thoughts into consideration. You don't have to do what he says, but it's just like there's two different ways. Like presentation is everything. To be honest, when you go to the fucking a meeting, you ain't wearing fucking cleavage out, titties out, and all this shit and all that other stuff. You're wearing conservative but sexy things. You know what I'm saying? There's some fits out there for women to go to the club and that are still sexy and fire as hell. Still gonna have ass on pokey. Still gonna see everything. It's
Yep.
just not skin. We're not showing like damn near the nipple or damn near the damn short so damn high the damn lip is falling out. You know what I'm saying? None of that. You know what I'm saying? If you're still
Mhm.
going out with that stuff, that's a guaranteed red flag. Boop. Oh, she don't really fuck with me. And honestly, you probably don't. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that type of wear
First
is,
of all, if she dressed like that, she don't fuck with you.
yeah, for real.
And that's not saying like I would ever control another woman to say what they can and can't wear. I've never been controlling, never
Nope.
cared nothing about that, nothing. But at the same time, when you hold a woman, not literally like actually hold them, when you hold them within your heart and shit like that, if you can't, you also at the end of the day, you have to be realistic and think about like if she do leave, you can't just bet your bottom dollar that she's gonna be with you for the rest of your life because that's just not like it's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
don't expect to lose. Keep her happy and she won't leave. Put it that way.
That's
That's
something.
that's
I
the
mean,
bottom line.
but that goes both ways. Why? So we keep each other happy, and you're not wrong. You don't
I
we
wouldn't be
don't,
with you if I
we don't,
wasn't happy.
nah, that's not the truth. Some people are with people just for the
That's
time
what
being
it
and
is.
just to feel that somebody out here likes me, or just because of that person you really wanted
Facts.
denied you. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like and say that. But the biggest problem I see with that is just like once you get into a relationship, things change a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to kind of some of the single things you used to do is stops, right? Because now you
Yeah.
have somebody else to think about. That if you're not ready to think about other
Facts.
person's feelings instead of your own, then
Don't
don't
be
ever get into
realistic.
a relationship. Stop getting into a relationship with people because you want to live for yourself, and that's fine. It's okay to be single and
Yeah,
just
it's fine.
because you don't have to answer nobody. You can go wherever you want. You can go out to the clubs or go on a vacation with just you and your girls or any of your friends without having to ask anybody if they care or even be considerate.
Just a beautiful feeling.
That thought never crosses your brain. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
and vice versa. You don't have to worry about when your man or your female has to go out on those escapades in without you. You feel what I'm saying? Because no matter what, when your significant other say goes on vacation without you, you are worried. You worried if somebody's gonna hurt
Yes.
them. You worry if they're gonna cheat. You worry about all those
You
things.
have the best
Th-
relationship.
I don't care what anybody out there says. Your brain cannot
Yeah.
physically, unless you have like I feel like unless there's something wrong with you,
Just
you
don't
cannot
care.
physically
You don't
trust
care.
anybody 100%. There's no way in hell you can trust somebody
No,
100%. Honestly,
it's impossible.
there's always
But you
no
don't
matter
care.
even if it's your mom or whatever whoever you think you trust. Even if you was to hand somebody $1 million, you would there's a thought that crosses your brain that says, "Man, they could fuck me over." Split second, poop. It may not last long, but it's just a feeling of uncertainty so fast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a good way to put it.
yeah, just like this. Imagine if you won the lotto today, $300 million. That's what the lotto's at, guys. Y'all should go play that. And by the time you see this, it probably
Fact.
would already be won. But think about it like this: if you won the lottery ticket but couldn't get to the place to deliver the slip, and you would you hand that slip to your the
No, I wouldn't.
most trusted person to go turn that in for you,
Yeah.
and just to throw it in a pot a little bit more. Imagine if you forgot to sign that back of that slip. $300 million. Do you
I've been in that situation, not me
so
personally, but I've
did would
seen
you
that
trust your
happen.
best friend to call you and say, "Hey man, you didn't sign the back of this slip. I'm gonna forge your name for you." Would you trust him enough to sign your name and then slip it in the mail slot and send it out? Would you trust that person? Do you actually trust a person 100%? That's the question. You don't. No, I don't believe anybody really does.
I do.
There,
I have three people. Honestly, maybe two. But the third person is like with under 10 years of knowing them, but they're such a good person, supposedly,
but see, you even have your
so,
doubts. You see what you said? See what you just did there? You had
but those
doubts.
other two are definite. Those other two are
Listen,
definite because they're getting taken care of.
let me tell you something. I can only speak for myself, right? I know what type of person I am, and I know that money, and everybody's gonna say, "Oh, it's only because you ain't never been in the presence of that much money." I could never rob somebody I love, because money. I know for 100% fact that money never brings true happiness. It brings it an illusion of happiness. Okay, it helps with happiness and happy situations, but it never actually brings the truest of what happiness really is in its essence. Money cannot give you that. So if Pete was to hand me a ticket, and I'm not,
which I would.
which it
I
doesn't
would
matter.
definitely
That's not even
100%
the
would.
point I'm trying to make, right? It's
I
not
know.
even just. It's just in general. He's gonna have those feelings. But if he forgot to sign it, I would guaranteed call him like, "Yo, bro, I'm coming back. You need to sign
Yeah,
this." Like straight off,
definitely
off
would.
top, I'm coming back. I'm like, "Yo, bro, you need to sign this." You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
now anybody can be like, "Oh, bro, you dumb, you this, you that." It's not. I'm not. It's just a simple fact of I know if he's good, he's gonna take care of me, and vice versa. That's just what it is. I
And it's
just
not even that point of that, to be honest with you. It's really not the point of that. But at the end of the day, off top, you already know you're seeing plenty of that.
For sure. I mean, but at the end of
You
the
know
day,
what I'm
it's
saying? It's
now
more about
it's
that.
not even it's not even the fact that after it's the initial. Damn, bro, I can't make it. Should I call somebody? You're gonna have doubts on who you could call. Who should I call? If you had three
100%.
you had three people, right? Say you trusted three people to the utmost. You say you trust them all 100%. Then why are you sitting in a room contemplating who you should call out of those three? Who do you trust more out of those three? It shouldn't even matter. Doesn't right when one name hits your brain, you should call either of them immediately. It doesn't matter. You feel what I'm saying? Shouldn't even no thought. You should already boop picked up your name. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's whoever's name's easier to say that you'll probably call first if that was the case. But the point is matters if you can't trust even your most trustworthy person that much, then why would I trust a female to you know what I mean to that extent. Why should you trust a male to that extent? Because everybody, honestly, when you fall in love with somebody, you play the game. It's a gamble, bro. You give somebody your heart and you pray that they don't fuck that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So for you females out there that step out, and for you males that step out, it's whack. You shouldn't even got related. Like anybody who cheats. You should have broke up with the person in general. That's how my take on it, bro. And y'all can call me some lame ass fucking you know what I mean, weird, you know what I mean, weird dude, it don't matter to me. Because at the end of the day, if I never wanted to be in a relationship and I liked being single, then I would have never even been with a chick in the first place. A lot of you people get in relationships because they're bad, you know, they're sexy, they're the most talked about dude, or they're just the most beautiful girl you've seen at the time. You feel what I'm saying? So you want to lock her down or you want to lock him down because all the girls want him. You know what I'm saying? That's what most women feed off of what other girls want. Women are in competition with
Yeah.
themselves, really, with other women. That's it's not about
Thankfully.
men. It's about you know what I mean? Because so anyway, when a man sees that red flag, bro, that's why he steps out. It doesn't matter that you came home and you still you know say made him dinner. That shit doesn't mean nothing when he can't go to sleep at night eating him up thinking about what the fuck you just did and even though if it wasn't true or not, men are very insecure, super
Yeah.
insecure, and it's you just gotta coddle those feelings, which is sad. There's no way to fix that type of in men. And the men that out there like, man, if you care about what your girl, because he's been doing, I don't care what nobody said. I just feel like I can't even speak for all men, but I feel like if you're letting your girl go out with like basically stripper clothes on and don't care, then you really don't care
You
about
really
her.
don't
There's
care.
no way you don't care. There's no way you care about her if you unless you're one of those swinging dudes. You don't care that other dudes bang your wife. You guys got an open relationship. That's cool with you. Because if you don't care about showing your woman's body off to the world, it's not even you showing off. You don't care that she shows her body off to the world. Then
You give a
obviously
fuck.
you don't care enough for her. That means you're definitely crushing some other thing on the side too. You feel what I'm saying? And you probably
Yeah.
don't care that she's getting crushed up, bro. It's just what it is. So, but yeah, man. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just I'm just ranting, bro. That's just what it is. I feel like those ain't all the answers. Those ain't it ain't. It's just my opinion on things. I wish. And now actually, you know what I notice a lot of nowadays is women are way more materialistic, at least money wise. Than men ain't worth shit no more unless you have a dollar in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Women are now on sale. You guys have now officially put yourselves on the market as objects. Basically, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you single women are saying, oh, if he ain't got money to bring you, bring you food or do this or subscribe to you, this or that, then he ain't shit. And all the regular dudes who just want to be with you to be with you and offer nothing except for love ain't worth shit. We ain't worth a damn.
If you ask me for a motherfucking thing, I'm cutting you
It's
off
so crazy that it's
instantly.
like it's socially acceptable right now for women to go around asking for handouts. Man, how lame would it be for a dude to be out here asking for handouts? You know what I'm saying? Openly
Those
asking for
first of all,
money.
those local girls on OnlyFans or anything like that. First of all, you know, daily special and shit like bitch you are or female you are not getting no money.
Bro,
Stop
you can
playing. You
say
were never
bitch.
even
It is
gonna
what it
do it.
is, bro. I will have
You
to say,
ain't
if you don't feel comfortable saying bitch, then don't say bitch. That's fine. But like I said, y'all out
I
there,
mean, I
I
say
really
bitch
want
because
this. I
I'm
want
gonna
this
say bitch
podcast
that
to
way.
be as
Yeah.
raw. My bad, Pete. But I really want this podcast to
No.
be as raw as possible. You know what I mean? I want us to make
Raw
mistakes.
dog.
I want us to say make mistakes and say some shit we ain't supposed to be saying because that's just the natural. This is we like I said, we're letting you in on the conversation of friendship. You know what I'm saying? Of regular dudes and regular thoughts and opinions of what goes on. And this is just one perspective of many. What we think doesn't speak for all men. I'm just letting you know
Nah,
that right
no,
now.
no.
Don't think all men think this way. You know what I'm saying? You can watch a bunch of dudes say a bunch of the same things and then formulate your idea opinion on men. Then that's cool because you did some research. But I definitely don't speak for all men, just like I don't speak for all black people or anybody else for that matter. I speak for fucking Keem.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What? Oh,
You know,
really?
we did the race thing last episode. We can do the
Yeah.
sex thing this episode.
Oh, this is the sexy podcast. Wait, welcome back to Take
Saying it's
Shots.
so
We're gonna be talking about
nice.
sexual things, and that's my sexy voice. Now, sit back and cool out to some of my smooth vibes.
Grab you a towel. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get all wet.
It's about to
All
get
right, yo.
hot
All
and
right,
steamy in
so
here.
uh, can I grab some more alcoholic beverages? And this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
before the date of December 14th, technically. Hold on, I'll be right back. Allegedly.
Yeah, so Pete's going. I don't know why he doesn't have all his alcoholic beverages on deck. But though, if you are watching us out there under the age of 18, please, we are not condoning y'all drinking, okay? But if you're 21 and up, please take a shot. Take a shot with me. You know, let's just chill out as homies. You know, cheers, homies, and Merry Christmas. I really hope y'all like this. This is something new for me and the homies. I never done nothing like this. I never did any like public speaking or like that. The most I ever did was speak in front of like maybe 15 people for a class. But nothing like crazy, and I was nervous as hell. This is a little easier because obviously I'm standing, staring into a camera. But you know, hopefully, I can't wait to go back to episode one and see how my vibes changed. How just because you learn. It's crazy how experience work and how easy it is to start letting the words flow if you do it enough times or anything for that matter. They say what you gotta give 10,000 hours to be a master or something. So uh, hopefully I can become at least a damn journeyman. You know, do something. Want to do something positive, man. I know we speak a lot of negative things, but I hope we do something great with this podcast here. Well, hey, I hope you brought the box, bro.
You damn right I did.
Only way, bro.
Um, let's you want to continue on the
We're
maybe
not
the
getting. Man, let's just cool out, bro. Let's just chill. Let's ride the vibe wave, bro.
want to hear some stories? I mean, really, you want to talk
I
about some
only
juicy
want to talk about
steaks
the.
and
No,
stuff
hold
like
on now.
that.
I only want to talk about the stories if they come natural. I ain't trying to force it out there. You really want
Hey,
to talk about
they're
stories that
lost.
shit on your goddamn them damn arm? What the hell is that extra writing on your forearm right there?
You don't worry about that. That's one of our loved lost ones. He's going through some hard times right now. You know what I'm saying?
Can we talk about how dope it
Listen,
was that you drew a whole damn Mario fish on your thigh? I thought that shit was dope. I'm not gonna front.
really, because when I went to fucking the sheriff's office yesterday, I didn't think, or not yesterday, the other day, I didn't think that was cool at all.
Oh, they laughed at you.
Nah, he just, I have the paperwork in my drawer. I don't want to grab it, but like, he didn't even know how to describe the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just like,
He didn't know what a Mario fish
and
was, bro. At first glance, you can see
nah,
that shit. Honestly, if you ask how I know, bro, it, the goddamn, he's white, man. He wear them thigh high fucking shorts in the summertime, with them loafers on.
it's for the ladies. I mean,
Any shorter, the ball
I'm
bag would have
sure
been fucking peaking, bro.
more people probably seen him than they would like to, but if you know, you know.
If you know, you
Um,
know.
I
So
just like,
was he laughing
man.
at you? I want to know what he said. What the hell is that
Yeah,
thing?
he was Stone Cold Steve Austin with the face,
Disrespected
bro. He
your
was not
shit.
happy at all. Yeah, and I told him
Disrespected you.
too. It's like I know you have all my shit on file, so why are you making me take it
But
again?
you know that's a
But
Mario fish. It may not be colored. You know it's a Mario fish. Stop playing.
he's the officer was only 20, so I mean,
Oh man. Damn, he's a young buck. Damn.
when he seen that resist without arrest, or whatever, he was just like was a little upset with me. You know what I'm saying? No big deal, but
Why? Was he white?
he was tan, but I live in
Or light
Florida,
skin?
so I don't know what nationality he was.
He could have been
Probably was
anything.
like
He could have been anything. He's
just
just
Cuban and
he's
white or some
American.
shit. Like,
He's American. Um so wait, so this is when you got picked up for the warrant?
no, this was when I went to, and the sex offender was in that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this is like the first time.
when I went when I went in the office and I told him I was down, like, yo, I'm here to register as a felon or some shit like that, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then the dude comes in, a little scraggly, little fucking methed out looking like type shit. And he goes to the desk and you know what I'm saying? He does like the weird, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here, so he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Trying to whisper.
I'm like, yeah, and then in my mind I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you're here for. I'm here for some weird shit until he pops out with that. He's like, I'm here to register as a you know what I'm saying, whispering and shit. And obviously I'm doing my paperwork, so I'm listening and shit. And
Disgusting
she's like, "Oh,
fucking
you're
pig.
here for a sex offender charge type shit." And it's just like, "Hey man, hey, don't do the crime. You can't do the time, man. This is how
Nah,
you
he's
want to
about to
look
get
and live."
he's about to get hurt. He's about to get touched on, and
And
then
then
they about to
listen,
ruin that
he,
man. And God willing,
he called his grandmother to talk about, "I need that bail. They're whooping my ass right now." You know what I'm
they're
saying?
gonna
That's
they're gonna
definitely what
they're gonna definitely put them paws on him. And yo, fuck that, fuck him. He need to get stomped the
deserves
life
it.
out of him. Fuck that till he can't see nothing.
It ain't
Castrate
gonna
that
help
bitch. If you
none, but
don't
he
want to
definitely
kill him,
deserves it.
take his dick and nuts. Fucking touching on little
I
kids.
mean,
Fucking disgusting. Fuck.
we are, we know a couple people in there right
I
now
know we
that
already
love
talked
him to
about it,
come
but
on
I
here.
just
You know what
get
I'm saying?
heated, bro. That shit just pisses me off, bro. So weird. You know what I mean? It's just like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? I know they say most molesters fucking been molested and all this other shit, but it's just like, what came first, bro? Did it come from the time in history where it was okay when there was basically no legal age limit on fucking marriage and basically a bunch of grown ass men would have sex with little girls and shit like that, like, and marry them, like, get wedded off at a young age? You know what I mean? Like, where did this
That
all
guy all
stem from?
posted it. You feel me?
Is is rape hereditary? You know what I'm saying? Is that shit like predetermined from? Is that genetics? You feel what I'm saying?
I don't think so. I think
Uh,
it just comes from a wrong upbringing, or possibly like
I mean, you don't control.
you in your mind you might not know right from wrong. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
I'm
Not
not
saying
about
it's
to.
all right at all.
I hate playing devil advocate, but it's just like, and this is nah. I'm gonna fucking say it. I don't even care if I have to keep giving disclaimers. Then fuck y'all. The point of the matter is, it's just like I hate playing devil advocate because I fucking hate these people anyway. It's just like they don't control who are they attracted to, right? So something happened either when they were little.
I don't believe that.
I mean, you can control that you don't touch kids 100%. You better not be fucking touching on little kids, but you don't control that you're attracted to them. Is what I'm saying. I don't care,
If
bro.
you have to control
I can't.
touching them, then you are just as bad as the dude that did.
Yeah, of course, 100%. But here's what I'm
You just
talking
haven't
about.
done it yet.
What I'm
You know
saying
what I'm
is
saying?
like you yourself, like you can't just look at men and be like, yeah, I like dick today. I love dick. Like, dick. Let me get that dick. I'm gonna like dick today. I'm a dick day. This is dick day. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't do that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying you just can't do that. So it's like I understand. I can understand them to that fucking degree, and that's where it cuts off. You feel what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
I don't know if they were born this way or they were fucking mind broken. So hold on, this is crazy. I was watching this show on Netflix called I'm a Killer, and this dude had killed his adopted grandparents, and he was so he's not a molester or anything like that, but he was so his mother basically was a meth head.
Psychopath.
His mother was basically a meth head. None of his family cared about him since the day he was born. He was kidnapped and all this other shit. This is synopsis. Is how you say it? Synop
Synapses.
synopsis.
Synopsis, yeah.
Synopsis. Whatever. Trying to use big words these days. Um. So basically he was molested so much so he went to his first foster care. He was molested there. You know, at the age of 6, he was molested. You know, and then the foster care took him back away, and he was beaten all this other stuff. So then he found his another family who really loved him. They found they actually liked him for who he was, and but she ended up getting a job overseas, and she couldn't take him because obviously there's a trial period when you foster care. But she ended up getting this new job, so he was with her for 6 months, but it was the best time of his life basically. So he had to go back to foster care, and then he got this dude, some math teacher, some basically eighth grade math teacher or something like that. And he was cool, he was nice, and all this other stuff. And he thought, he actually he loved him. He was like, he was nice to him and all this other stuff. But once he finalized, the adoption, once because after a certain amount of time, obviously, that trial period, you can finally adopt. It
Yeah,
takes a long time, I think, a long time. So once he finally became this dude's son, the dude started acting different, basically, getting harder. Basically, he can hit him now
and
because
getting
that's
harder.
his son now. He's his son now, so he can hit him so he's not doing good in school. He can hit him since he's a teacher. You know what I'm saying? But then the dude would have him sit on his lap and watch TV. He said he was like he would have me sit on his lap. We'd watch TV. It was normal at first. I was young and it was cool. We were just bonding. It was my dad and whatever the case may be. But then he started like it seemed like every week he'd go a little further, like rub his
A little, yeah,
thigh and all this other shit, and
yep.
just do like. And then one day he just started. He touched his dick. You know what I'm saying? But he, um, and he knew it was wrong. And whatever the case may be, he's just fucking pig, this dude. And so basically, whatever happened ended up happening was he ended up adopting two more kids that he ended up fucking basically molesting as well. But he finally it stopped. The dudes finally stopped molesting him because the school. He lived with him all the way up to he was 18, so which means he never told anybody. And anytime he tried to tell somebody, he never fucking no one ever listened because the
You
dude
don't
was
know right from wrong,
because
at that age. You know what I
the
mean?
dude's a stand up dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's 18. I mean, so anyway, and he felt so he's crying on this because obviously he's crying
Yeah,
on the interview that he never helped the two his brother and sister, so to speak, and because he just was so he feels so wrong because he was just so happy. He felt bad that it was happening to them, but he felt happy that it wasn't him anymore. You know what I'm saying? That he wasn't the
yeah,
victim.
yeah, yeah.
So
It went on to a
so
newspaper
basically,
type shit
yeah. So him and his best friend ended up finding a picture of like little kids, like being touched.
on the computer or something.
No, no, it was back in the day. Polaroid picture in his nightstand. Obviously this dude fucking disgustingly fucking gets off to this shit. So they looked at it. I guess it was a picture of the dude's hand on a private. So the dude wasn't in the picture. The teacher wasn't in the picture. It was just a picture of his hand on
But
a little kid's private part. But they knew that it was him because of the clash ring on his finger. You know what I'm saying? So they brought this shit. So they brought this shit. He was like, they were like, oh, him and his friend found it. Like, oh, this is solid evidence. They gotta believe us now. So they bring it to the fucking police station, and the police basically don't want nothing to do with it. They just tell them basically get the fuck out of here. Basically,
it's messy.
they don't want to touch it. So basically he goes back home and you know what I'm saying. It goes on for a little while and then he goes with so basically he's had enough. You know what I'm saying? He's moved out with his girlfriend and all this other stuff, or whatever. He had a kid and everything, but but he's had enough of whatever was going on, and he went to go tell the grandparents. And the grandparents basically he said he don't remember. All he remembers is so he don't remember killing them. He blacked out. He still to this day he
He
will
could have been
never.
drugging him. He could have been giving him alcohol. He could have
No,
been
he
doing
wasn't
all.
drunk. He was sober. This is what the human brain does, bro. He basically went psychotic, bro.
Mm,
So
just blocks that out from
he
his whole
blocked it
life.
out. He doesn't. So even a lot of his molestations, like he blocked out. He don't remember certain points. Like he don't actually remember the act of it happening to him. He just remember how it started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, he went and told his grandparents, the father, the grandparents basically that their kid is a fucking molester, and they didn't believe him. And from there
Of
on,
course.
he so I guess he ended up blacking out or whatever the case may be. And when he snapped out, there's blood everywhere. What I'm saying? He seen his grandfather like fucking stabbed up, and he had blood all over him. He didn't really understand what was going on. And he went to, and he stabbed these people so many fucking times. It snapped the knife off at one point, and then he went back to the kitchen and grabbed another knife and kept stabbing these people. So he's on
Well, I'm
crazy.
just you. But I'm just gonna change the subject because it does slightly relate to the situation. Like,
That's nuts.
you know the McDonald's that me and you have been to a million times,
Yeah, county
and the
shit.
location of where it's at.
County.
Yeah,
Okay.
my mother's cousin was murdered at the building. If you were looking in front of it from the funeral home,
Yeah.
and you look at it directly at McDonald's to the right, that house on the corner is like a white house with two floors, whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
Her cousin got stabbed like 55 times in that house.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't, and someone if someone else had died too. It was two women.
Wait, you talking about that yellow house? That yellow like?
Maybe it's yellow. No, no. So the funeral home's yellow.
Mm,
So I don't know if it's messing with your mind a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that corner on the right, if you're looking at it from United Front point of view, uh,
hmm.
you know what I'm saying? But you don't when you walk past these establishments or these housing shit like that, you don't expect these things to happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, you'll never know who was murdered in whatever home or whatever happened to anybody. Yo, and I think I asked you this question before. Like every day, like when you go outside and do whatever you do, go to Walmart, whatever you do, how many murderers do you think you walk by every day? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not
How many
talking.
spots
I'm
have you
talking.
ever passed that people have been raped at?
Oh,
You know, if
way.
you were
I probably I
because
probably walk by too many people who've been. Because even honestly, I hate to say it like this, but even I, as a child, I've been molested by a fucking 17-year-old big girl.
well, so has
Whale.
someone
I
else
got
that we
molested by
know
a
that's
fucking whale. I feel like a lot of dudes have been molested as kids by
you know
teenagers.
what bugs me out the most is like, what if that? So, I it bugs me out, but like, because I think about these things because, like you said about dude blacking out and shit. It's like, what if that has happened to me? And some people
And you'll never
they
remember.
don't bring this, and you know what I'm saying, to the older age, it might hit you, whatever the case
Hot
may be,
flash.
and it's just like, because the age, the time era that me and you were born in, it's just like, yo,
Uh,
watch my kid, I gotta go to work.
mm, a
You
lot
feel
of
me?
that,
Like,
bro.
let me borrow some sugar
Let me
type
tell
shit.
you
It just
something. My
don't
mother used
happen
to
anymore.
leave me and my brother all alone constantly, and my brother, honestly, I've been left alone so much. It's actually probably scary, bro. It's
That's what I'm
probably
saying.
fucking scary. It would fucking it's scary how much I've been left alone. Sometimes a week, sometimes longer.
Learning to how to operate the stove on your own.
Bro, I
You know
used
what I
to.
mean? The microwave, you're gonna be
It's funny.
safe.
It's
You don't
funny
put
because
metal
I
in.
used to cook my mother breakfast at 9 years old. I would cook her breakfast. Sometimes
What would you make? Some like
eggs,
microwavable
eggs and
pancakes,
bacon,
just
eggs and bacon
on the stove.
on a stove. So
Dangerous.
it's not that I hated it. Some days I did hate it because it was more like a punishment, and she beat her ass if it ended up being salty. So that's
Not to laugh at it, but you know what I'm
yeah,
saying. Just how does
grimy.
any salty pancakes? Would you cook the bacon in the pancakes?
Nah, I ended up like putting too much seasoning on it. She liked saison on it.
Uh,
She liked the saison, and I'd end up like sometimes you tap that packet, bro. You end up dumping a lot of it out, and yeah. So if it's salty, she fucking disrespect it.
let's
And I'm
let's
nine
reel
years
it
old.
back though from us, and you can cut this part out, but like just so we don't bring too much
I'm not
of
fucking.
into our personal
Oh,
life.
I'm not cutting this out. This is it.
No, you don't have
This is
to.
just that
But
was a
I'm
snippet
just
of the different lifestyles.
that's a clip. There's a clip. But all right, so and this can either be in or in out of the. I mean, I would prefer it be out of the podcast, but I really don't care. But shit like that makes me wonder why I hate my father's family so bad.
Why? Do you not want for a
No,
quick
I don't
disclaimer?
know why.
Hold on,
I
hold on,
mean,
hold on. Give me a second though. For a quick disclaimer, this portion of the podcast might be cut out just for the simple fact that Pete doesn't want this personal conversation in the podcast. So please respect
it's like
his wishes.
99.9% that I think I've probably never been touched in my life. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like besides the fact that you're taking away from my friends and shit like that, like on the weekend and stuff, because I just I
Yeah.
already grew up with these people so long. Why do I want to be with
No,
Jews?
I understand that wholeheartedly. To be honest, I understand that
Why the
perfectly
fuck
because
would
with
I
my
want to
father.
be with Jews? You know what I
'Cause-
mean?
yeah.
So, and it's not that they were bad people and they gave me everything I wanted, but why just I just don't fucks with Jews?
Is it because they didn't live
Why?
too? Is it because they didn't live too close?
They didn't live well as a child. They feel like it's a million miles away, but in reality, it's only 10 minutes away. It was in the beginning of Rochester.
Oh,
It's
that's
not.
not 10 minutes
I
though.
couldn't walk it, but
Definitely not 10 minutes, but
like 15 minutes,
30
some shit.
minutes. I don't know, like 20-minute drive, but it
Not too
don't
bad.
matter. Wait, you talking about? Oh, it's in Worcester?
No, Rochester.
Oh, Boston?
Rochester.
That's close to
It's
Boston.
the fucking. It's the town after fucking Fairhaven, dude.
Oh no, it's not. Fucking Mattapoisett is after Fairhaven.
Okay, so it goes Fairhaven, Mattapoisett, Rochester.
Okay, thank you. I'm just making sure you
Yeah,
knew that. So.
yeah. But it's it's not very far away.
Mm.
I ruining the whole podcast right now, but it's all good.
No, it's not. It's not ruining the whole process. You didn't even say anything that was needed to be cut it out. All you did was say I didn't want to hang with my father because I want to hang with my friends.
No, but it was just the no that yeah. Now that I think about that, it doesn't need to be cut out. But it's just like, why don't you
I
like
didn't.
these people?
You know why I didn't? So we're about to get personal for me. It's always personal for me than it is. I feel like for you, maybe you don't ever want to say what it really is. But honestly, the
As
most
in
reason
me,
why I didn't want to hang with my, I always wanted to hang with my dad. I always thought he was hilarious, bro. Every time my dad would come through,
my mom loves your dad, so
bro,
I don't know.
everybody loves my dad. I always heard that he was fucking hilarious, bro. And I fuck with him now. And I always feel like I still think today, and I know we already talked to this, but this is for y'all out there. I always feel like I always owed him an apology because in the beginning of my young years, I called him by his first name because my mother had me call him by his first
Yeah,
name. Call him call him Mock. And she'd be like, so every time
my
he'd
dad.
call me and want to talk to me, I'd answer the phone. Like if he rang at my grandmother's house and I answer the phone, he'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Mock?" Or something like that. I'm like, "Hey, mom, Mock's on the phone," and shit like that. And I had a
That would
stepfather at
hurt
the
his
time.
feelings.
Oh boy, I had a stepfather at the time who I'd call dad. I hate even saying it like that because uh that's weird, nigga. Now that I'm older now, that shit is weird, bro. Like, it's not the fact like it's not like he was a bad dude. He was that later on maybe y'all can understand. I'll let y'all in a little more on those stories. But for today, I'll just say that I had a stepfather today. I feel weird about it, and I used to call my real father Mock. But the only reason I didn't want to chill with him is because my mother would always pressure me to ask him for dough, bro. Like, no, I don't. I just want to hang with hang with dude. You know what I'm saying? And he used to always tell me like, yo, I'm never gonna give you cash. He's like, yo, I'm never gonna hand you money. If you need something, just and we're hanging out. I'm gonna buy it for you. If you want this, I'll get it for you. He never said
It's real.
he's never gonna hand me money because I at the time I didn't understand and I didn't really care enough. But so so it's just like, all right, that's cool. But every time I hung with him, you don't even know the pestering I got when I got home from my mother. So she basically, did he give you money? How much did he give you? Where did he go? How much did he spend on you? How much did money? Did he give you money? Money, 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 money. And this is where my money hatred comes from. This is why I fucking hate money. I don't care about money, bro, because my mother really just was horrible with it and just made it live in hell for me, I guess, in that aspect. She never, like, if we were behind on bills getting evicted, she never showed that we were behind on money in that way. It's just the fact of, like,
Yeah,
how much money, I seen money just cause way too many problems. And I'll give a more of that backstory later on. But for this specific story, it's just because I didn't want to hang on because she'd pester me every time I get back. I'd be more nervous to walk in the house because she would basically
yeah.
run my pockets
Run your
for
pockets. Yeah,
fucking for what my father gave me, bro. Like it's like whoa, hold on, bro. So I just so every time he asked me to hang and I said yes, it would be ask him for money, ask him for this much. He don't do shit anyway. Ask him for money, and then basically when I hang with him, I'd feel so pressured. The whole I you know how like when you're waiting to tell somebody something, so you just like
oh
you
man, you
procrastinate the
build
whole
it up.
time and everything always in the
Yeah,
back of your mind. You're thinking, when am I gonna pop the question? When am I gonna pop the question? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that aspect. I just didn't. I was like, no, I'd just rather say no. I don't want to hang with him. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to. It's easier for me
it
to
just
say
it
no.
eases your mind.
And then it started
Yeah,
becoming like when as I got older slowly to like, 10, 11, 13, it started to become, well, I don't want to go. I do want to go, but my friends, you know what I'm saying? I'm hanging with my homies, I started,
yeah,
I
exactly.
hang with my homies, but you know what I mean? But yeah, that's basically the reason. So sorry to be so negative on
I still
fucking Christmas Eve, but this is just the talks we have. This is why it's therapeutic for me. I get this out in the open, and Pete honestly hasn't heard these stories in depth like this. So
no, but it's the hearing shit like this is so like it brings light to my eyes because I was with my mom one day and I don't you know I wish I did because I didn't know it was your dad at the time, so I don't remember the season. I don't remember what the day was like. I don't remember the date or anything like that. But my
I
mom
can't
was talking to
imagine.
this man. You know what I'm saying? My mom's talking to this man, right? And he's a lot lighter than you. Like you
Yeah,
definitely have your mother's skin tone.
100%.
Because I've seen your dad. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen him like maybe twiise. But like my mom stopped the car to talk to him. So I was like, okay, so this person has some significance and something. You know, I don't
Yo,
know who this person
Miz.
is. You know, yeah, yeah. That's why I said Miz. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and at this point, like, you know what I'm saying? Me and you have only been down for like 6 years. So like these topics haven't come up yet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then my mom's talking to this person, this dude. I don't, you know, I don't. I wish I would have remembered what he was wearing and shit like that, but I don't because it wasn't significant in my mind at the time.
Yeah.
So, and then you know, my mom's talking for like 10 minutes, and then we drive off, and she's like, "That's Hakeem's dad," and I'm like, "Stop, shut the fuck up." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "That's no." You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
like he looked like a Puerto like his skin type is between a Puerto Rican and a black dude.
Yeah, yeah.
His skin, his complexion. You know
Tony
what I
deal.
mean? So
Look
I'm
like a
like,
damn Dominican.
yeah. So I'm like. Nah, you know what I'm saying? She's like, no, I'm telling you, like, I know his whole family. I'm telling you, that's his dad. I'm like, all right, well, if that's, you know, if that's, yeah, don't expect you to lie to me about it, you know,
Yeah.
but, and then that's when I had figured out that what your dad's name was, what he looked like, and shit like that. So
Mhm.
that's how it came about. But, you know, I wish I kind of would have took in the moment a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? As much as I cherish you, I would have liked to seen you know, the background story and
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying, shit
yeah.
like that. I
See
would
the
have said hi
genetics
to him,
working.
shook his hand, you know what I'm saying?
See
Like,
the genetics working.
but
My dad,
yeah,
honestly, how he treats my little brother, I will sometimes be like, I understand because. So I develop. I feel like genetically I have his worry, like on how much I care and like where my wife is and what she's doing, how much I just worry so much. I feel like I get that from
yeah,
him. Like because the way he treats my little brother, I don't treat my wife this way. It's just in general, it's just like he's like so worried that he kind of keeps him like trapped in. Now me, I go against
yeah,
those feelings. I
yeah,
go against those feelings. I don't like hold my obviously can't hold my wife hostage. She's her own person and she does her own thing. But it's just like when she does do her own thing, and I try to tell her like, hey, you need to keep a knife on you. You need to do this to protect yourself. And she says no. Anytime she ventures out, I'm fucking a nervous wreck. My anxiety's through the roof, and I can only imagine how it is for my father when he finally let my little brother go to fucking college because he's kind of like he winged him heavy. He kept him close.
yeah.
He trained him on football his whole life. You know what I'm saying? He was basically my brother's second coach if he was playing football. When he wasn't on the field, he set up cones at fucking Connie Academy at the park and ran drills with my brother.
That's it.
He dedicated he made sure my brother got fucking straight A's, did everything, but he also kind of sheltered him so much that my brother always was so curious to know what the real world like. Thank God it never backfired on him. And my brother ended up,
Getting rid of my
you
kid.
basically
Yeah.
usually when the sheltered kids, once they get a little taste of
Oh
the
man,
real world,
you're gone.
they
Yeah.
eat that up. It's like their a kid's first taste of cake, bro, and all they want is sweets after
Yeah.
that. Thank God
Mm-hmm.
my brother, went to college, kept his head on straight, and still doing his thing. Got an internship. You know what I'm saying? I'm super proud of him. You know what I mean? That's one thing so thankful that my brother, didn't turn out to be like them other sheltered kids. And and I will give a big up to my father because my father raised my brother know the streets. You know what I'm saying? My father grew up in Boston, bro. Back in the day,
Yeah,
the '80s and shit like that. So and he taught my brother how niggas move and you know what I'm saying, who you trust. And so my brother always had this like skepticism on who like he already had his idea of like who to stay away from. You know what I mean? So he didn't want to he never really fell victim to none of that bullshit in the first place. But my
well,
dad
that's what
would
I'm saying.
embarrass my so my brother would tell me my bad, bro. But my dad would walk to New Bedford High to pick his ass up some days when he was a freshman.
Hell yeah. Hey,
Embarrassing.
hey, hey, that's respect though, because people,
But
I'm telling you, a lot of
remember,
people like that in that position need that.
but this is what I'm talking about in my last podcast about parents that need to care about your kids' school. This not to the extreme of picking your kids up, but go behind them, let them walk home. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then show up to the school when school's out and talk to his teachers. What do you do today? Be
Yeah.
involved. I'm not telling you to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like my father would be pick up my brother from school and that's freshman year and walk home with him. That's embarrassing. That's horrible. That is like I'm
It
surprised
is.
my brother didn't fucking like have a meltdown over that. He probably got his own little thing he got going on in his brain that kind of that So my father would walk behind him probably sometimes and just follow him or let him. You know what I
A
mean?
bit,
But it's
yeah.
just like too much. It's just way too controlling. That's just fucking too much. But I understand.
But when you grow up, you really see that for what it was, and you say, "I'm so thankful to have somebody in my life that would do that for
Yeah,
me."
he loved him so much, bro. And my father used to tell me all the time because every time, because my brother really didn't, he didn't have too many outlets, at least that I know of. But I got into, I got into his life at an older age. He used to tell me, like, yo, dad's doing this, he's doing that, blah blah. And I try to call my dad, and he wouldn't have it. He didn't give a fuck. He'd be like, I don't give a fuck. He was like, if you was to live with, that was his name, that was his main phrase. If you was to live with me, it would be the fucking same way. If you know what I mean, if your mother didn't have no fucking claws
Don't
on
want to
you,
hear
it
it,
would have been the
son.
same. He didn't. No, my father don't listen. My father is stubborn. When I say stubborn, that man is stubborn. Not only is he cheap, he's stubborn. That man is like the dude from uh everybody hates Chris. You know what I'm saying? That if he did give me money,
Yeah, yeah,
he'd
yeah.
count
Terry
that
Crews,
shit,
yeah,
flip it over, rub it. Listen, this
yeah,
man would be rubbing it, making sure like on the side of the dollar
yeah.
bill, making sure that they're two bills.
It's real.
Yo, that motherfucker, man, I'm telling you, he's cheap, bro. He know how to stretch a dollar. I tell you
Is he
that.
wrong though? You know what I'm saying? At the end of
Is
the
he
day,
wrong? I mean,
what's your
not no,
opinion say
because
about you?
let's be real. Now that I'm older, it's like, bro, like we don't
Exactly.
we're not made of money like some of your friends' parents are. You know what I'm saying? My bad that I didn't make the say he didn't get the big break that he wanted to with his clothing store. You feel what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
wanted it.
yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wanted to give his kids the life. He tried to he's tried to be an entrepreneur and and make it to that next level. You know. Sad to say that the gamble didn't work out in his favor. So it's not like he some
That's
bum
how
dude.
life is.
Every day he gets up and hustles and gets out there and tries to make
Exactly.
some money. Even to this day, he still does his thing to try to make some money. You know what I mean? And and get that bread. So wherever what I mean, if there's hustle in me, it's from him. You know what I'm saying? It's straight just like that. He's a go getter, and I respect him for that. In whatever the case may be, when he was all the stories from him back in the day when he was an alcoholic, I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I wish I would have embraced my father when I was young, but I can't admit all fault to that, but at the same time I really wish I took the leap and just been rocking with him since I was a real young and had that decision.
Not only that, with people, not people like that, but children like that, the mother takes a lot of impact on how you perceive them.
Yeah, I mean, let
You
me
know
tell
what I'm
you.
saying?
No, well, just from some of the stories that my mother told me on when he was an alcoholic, I can understand why they broke up and why they left. So there's no animosity towards that way. It's kind of
No.
so. My biggest thing is like, why do you like for you mothers out there? Don't I don't care how shitty
Don't
you
down the baby daddy.
yeah, I don't care how shitty he really is as a person towards like or whatever the case may be. But if he's doing right by that child, bro, and he's a god in that child's eyes, you can't rob
Who
that.
are
You
you to
can't.
tell them he's not?
Yeah, exactly. Let life, come down with the hammer, and life's gonna do that job for you. He's gonna
Yeah,
love him all these
time.
years, and then when he finds out that his father is idol, it's just gonna hurt. It sucks to say. It's like, yeah, I mean, but then he won't have any animosity towards you, wondering, oh, what would my life would have been if my father would have you know what I mean, if my mother would have just let me see my dad and just let me, you know what I mean, because we really don't know that answer. Our lives could have been worse, but statistically said, scientific statistics say our lives would be so much better. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
um,
Hey man, it's weird because my dad told me a lot of things at a certain age, and I think it was below the age of 13. It was at the age of 13 and lower where, your mother did this and that and whatever the case may be, but you're telling me these things because you think it's going to ease my mind, but my mind is not developed enough for me to
yeah, kids
really
don't
take in
understand
these
we don't
things.
understand love. We don't understand like relationship love when we're
Bro,
little. We don't understand the problems that
you
you and
can love me from afar, and I'll never know how bad you wanted to see me. Because
never gonna know.
at the end of the day, these mothers really by the balls, bro.
Got you by yeah,
By
they
the
got these
balls.
kids by the fucking neck. Like You know what I'm saying? It's a
Mm-hmm.
poker chip. A lot of women use kids as poker chips, and
Facts.
you feel what I'm saying? So, uh, and that's just something that society has always helped. Is women be as grimy as they want, but at the same time, nobody's perfect. None of y'all women are perfect. Just like those them fathers are perfect. You know what I mean? A lot of times these poker chip playing women are women who are super in love with the dad, and the dad just wasn't feeling them, who ended up getting a girl pregnant that they didn't actually like. That's basically what it comes down to. But they still gonna love their kid. They wanted to be step up as a man, and you guys are using them as poker chips to be with you. And
100%.
know that know that it isn't right for him that he did that to you. But at the same time, now you need to start thinking about your kid and his mental state that you keeping him away from his father is gonna do. You feel what I'm saying? You should find that comfort in watching your kid smile that he sees his dad and loves him, and his dad loves
Facts.
him the way you wanted that type of like, that love and care. You know what I'm saying? Not obviously in a sexual way. Just get that love and support. You know what I'm saying? You should be happy to smile that your kid's grins from ear to ear when he sees his other parent, and to take him off your hands when you're fucking this kid's running you up the walls. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully a lot of you people that are in that relation, in that situation, can a lot of you women can find that peace and be cordial with y'all baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? Just for some effect of hearing these small stories like me and Peter, because honestly, it does a lot of damage, bro, and you leave your
Really good.
kids with what is. I can drink enough liquor and tell enough stories to cry on stream. You know what I'm saying? And I probably will one day.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You guys, I might have to cut that out. You know what I'm saying? Because these stories are cut deep, and like I said, this is 100% therapeutic for me. These are stories that Peter is one of my best friends, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Brother from another mother, and he hasn't never heard these stories in depth. That so when he's heard these stories, just never how deep and how it got to these points. So when
One,
I'm
like,
talking about when I'm talking about
I've
it,
even experienced it from a different angle, you know?
you know what I'm
Like,
saying?
I would never know how, like, at the time when I met your dad, I didn't know that you felt these things about him. I just, oh, that's Hakeem's dad. I've never met him, but I know Hakeem's with his mom all the time and does love his mom to it. You know, he loves his mother as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No matter how the stories get deep, whatever day, that's who took care of you. That's who taught you how to cook. That's how, take a bath, all these
My
things. But
mother
you know what I'm
is
saying?
super lucky that I came out to be a loving and understanding person. That's how I feel. And I hate to say it in that context. I hate the phrase that people say, "Oh, that's your mother, that's your only mother." You know what I'm saying? Da, da, da. Listen, anybody who says that your mother has never, and I say this to anybody, and I've heard probably anybody who knows me, you've heard me say this 1,000 times. If we ever had this deep conversation, whether it was malt liquor nights or anytime you got me drunk enough to talk about my problems, because obviously I have some problems that run deep that I always bring these up. But anybody who says that is, oh, you only got one mother, your mother has never, your family members have never done you wrong, bro. They ain't never done you wrong to the point of the stories that you might hear in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for you to sit here and preach to me is
It ain't right.
I understand the sentiment you say you want to help somebody patch their emotions with their significant others and their family members, but it is never as easy as saying uh you only got one mother. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, I love my mother. She's done some horrible things. Um and uh that's just what it is, man. Hey.
It is what it is.
It is
You
what
know
it is.
what?
That's you know what, and that's just the life of poverty. You know what I'm saying? This is what drugs. I would say drugs. This is what drugs do. You know what I'm saying? This is what alcohol does. This is what drugs do to families. It tears everybody apart. Everybody's affected by this. Everybody in my family was affected by this.
Definitely.
My brother has disowned my mother. You know. You know. And whatever. So I can't speak for my brother and from his point of view on everything that's lived up. I was young, naive, and also a mama's boy that always did the, you know what I'm saying, did the most. You know what I'm saying? I was a crybaby who did the most. So I can never understand from my brother's perspective. I have different stories, and as he does as well. So he's disowned her completely. I haven't. You know, she's done. I live with her longer than he's lived with her, and
Yeah.
so we both experienced it. I can't say that she's done me wrong more than she's done him wrong. But the simple fact of I love her for the simple fact of only reason why not saying I still love my mother. Only reason why I still I haven't done what my brother has is for the simple fact of getting older, I understand the pressures of getting high and getting drunk and then making horrible life decisions where you end up in these situations. So
Mm,
I'm sympathetic. You know what I'm saying? I understand she created that situation, but you also got to understand the history of drugs and crack and cocaine and how it came about, how it was advertised that it was healthy to do these drugs and how these
it was
people,
alright.
it was, yeah, it was social,
Yeah,
super socially acceptable, just like weed is today. It just didn't have a
yeah,
crazy impact like it did in so um yeah, she's a grown woman who could make her own decisions and can see, her life. And also, she had a father who, who got high with her. You feel what I'm saying? My grandfather used to get high and get high with her. So that's a whole different. So she had a whole different upbringing. I'm not, and on how it made her today, and I'm not gonna judge her on that. And that's why I can still be able to love her. And yeah, I'm mad at her, and I still fight those emotions, like my brother has deep down inside. But at the end of the day, um, she there's so many other horror. I could always name another horrible story for somebody else on that I've watched on I'm a Killer or something like that, or whose parents molested them or sold them off to a sex slave. My mother's never done nothing like that, so I can thank God every day or whatever deity I believe in or you believe in that she's never done that. You know what I mean? I've never went to Child Protective Services. I've had them in my life checking up on us, but she never let us hit the system. Feel what I'm saying? So and
facts.
she taught us right from wrong. She beat our ass, when for nothing sometimes, but then
Well
also beat,
deserved.
but
Well
some a
deserved.
lot of well deserved ones, and she didn't let us stay out till wee hours of the night, let us run rampant in the streets and shit like that. So I mean, obviously she was a drug addict that cared about her kids. That's basically what that might come down to, and
All
that's
right.
too
So
much
that
information.
being said, none. Perfect. Perfect. But let's not, from my, that's your perspective. You know what I'm saying? But let's, because I had the same perspective of such person. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, let's not forget about those hot summer days where I'm walking down that street and she pops out the window and like, how you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
such a great person. Like,
Oh,
don't get it
everybody loves
twisted.
my
Like,
mother. Don't get it twisted. People,
yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
every
Don't get
and I
twisted.
always have that fucking man. You don't know man.
It's
You don't
hard
know
for
the
you.
real
It
her.
must be a lot. Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
the
That's what I'm
real
saying. But
her.
like, that's what I'm saying from my perspective, and
Yeah.
especially after you were gone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cherishing you as a person. Like that's my brother. Like he's gone. So when I walk down the street in my own trials and tribulations, and I see her, and then she pops out the window, like, oh,
Oh,
what
what
the
up,
fuck you
Pete?
doing?
What's
Yeah,
up,
exactly.
Pistol
It's
Pete?
just like,
Pistol.
and I have to take her as a piece of you at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I
So
look
it's
just
just
like
like
her.
it's not that. It's just like, even though that one time with me and her, it never soiled my moment of all those times she did treat me good.
What can we?
Because it's not like she's not a monk, in your eye, whatever you have, seen whatever the case may be, we're past that conversation, but like she's never treated me but good besides that one time. So,
Yeah.
and in her mind that never happened. You feel me? So she's popping
Nah,
out the
she don't remember that. She
window.
don't
I'm just
remember
like,
that.
nah, it's a sunny day. I'm seeing her. I'm not holding it against her. I'm like, oh, what's good? You know what I'm saying? And like,
A lot of people hold those
but
type
so
of
that's that.
situations together, but I think that's what New Bedford people are like. You know what I'm saying? That's just like the culture we
I'm
got.
past that. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's
Like,
past
come
that.
on, bro.
But
It was enjoying the moment for what it is. If I can't have him, I got you right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, hey, you know, that's the thing about growing up in poverty. You know what I'm saying? Um, for y'all don't know that, and I'll cut this out if Pete doesn't want everybody to know. But
I don't
I
care.
honestly congratulate Pete because he's recovered from substance abuse. He used to be heavy into real drugs, and if he ever wants to get into that on these podcasts, then that's his decision. But yeah, I'm proud of him because he's come a long way from and he got out the hold of what that city gets hold on people. They be having you in a fucking Popeyes choking chokehold, bro. Fucking that city have you by the fucking balls. So y'all should
I take
congratulate.
responsibility
Let's take
for
a shot.
everything.
We'll take a shot to the people who made it out of New B. You know, the
Yeah,
dirtiest,
yo,
one of the dirtiest places on the east.
still love it. Still love it.
Definitely love it, but drugs are running rampant in that city without like this huge gang, murders, 300 murders a year, which I don't understand why people are fucking so happy to hear. You sound crazy.
Yeah, for real.
There's nothing where like
100%.
honestly, this is such a contradiction. I understand that feeling, saying like, yo, bro, because it's just like a stamp on you. Like I'm certified like survivor of, or I survive in this thrive in this in this type of comedy. I'm not no bitch.
Environment.
That means I can hold
Yeah.
my own in the worst conditions. So I understand the stamp of acknowledgement. Like yeah, like I feel prideful in this. Like yeah, man, people die every day here. Sometimes 7 bodies a week. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to
Yeah.
be sweet out here. Da 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 da. My city's and try to compete.
Cedar City.
It's not like people are, oh shit, we're one death behind fucking California. Let's hurry up and go catch a body. Let me go kill somebody real quick. Nah, not that. But
Yeah,
at the same
now we're
time,
lucky. Yeah,
that's not. It's not on that type of deal. But it's a simple fact of it's just like it's a badge of honor when you can when you can survive and thrive in the worst conditions. It's just like when you go. I can't even speak on it, but when you go to different places in the world and you can thrive and survive and with less than other people have, and you get
oh
back
yeah, that's
and you get back and
yeah.
you wear that shit like a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, like I didn't have running water over here. I had to take, you know what I'm saying? I had to do this. I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a badge of honor. So when you come out of a
A
poverty-stricken area, or
hellhole, literally.
yeah, a hellhole, or you're surrounded by people that have been in the mud with you, it feels good to know that you and your team is making money, and or if you're talking about citywide, you want to use it as a badge of honor. Like yo, bro, people die here every day, b, and look at us, we still making money, we still thriving, we still doing this, we still doing our thing. My mama's still eating. I take care of her house and I take care of her bills. It's nothing to be proud of that your city kills people every day. It's just something to be proud that you can survive in these conditions. That's what it's about when I hear people say that. But it also pisses me off because sometimes the way people announce that type of shit, like yo, you know what I'm saying? Like they're happy that the shit's so gangster and the shit's so disgusting. Because really the same people that are sitting here and saying that, y'all help ruin that community. You know what
Never
I'm
been
saying?
through it.
Nah,
You
not
for
even
no,
that.
not only that.
There's some people that don't live in the city that a lot of people claim a lot of different places that they ain't from. You know what I'm saying? So uh, I'm speaking for the people in the poverty, man. Y'all, I wish we would get our shit together in that aspect of I know yeah, you sell drugs, you do what you do. I honestly, I feel some type of way about you, but at the same time, I don't hate you, but I feel like
Yeah,
I hope
exactly.
one day you get an enlightenment that you're helping ruin the community and other children's lives. Though it ain't you,
Facts. That's
though
that's
some of you that are selling to your family, you scum, bro. You scum. Know that I think you scum, bro. For real. I don't care that he was already a fucking crackhead your whole life and you just making money off him. I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. Because at the end of the
maybe
day,
this
you decided to contribute to his problem and you decided to contribute to the downward
yeah.
spiral of the society. So no, and for the people who are just selling drugs to other people's families, just know and just know, bro, you are ruining some other child's life. You are, and that comes at a cost. And hey, man, if you're a savage, I'm gonna call you a savage, bro. Because if you don't care about none of that shit, then you're a savage. You're just that ain't a
I
good.
mean, but
I'm not saying, and I don't mean that shit in a good term. You literally don't
yeah,
care about
clearly,
other
yeah.
people. You don't
It's
give
a
a fuck.
clouded judgment.
It's about you and yours, and that's real. So, and savage people survive. You know what I'm saying? The weak die. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I can't speak to say if I was in if the ones I truly love were in a fucked up situation, I'm also willing to sacrifice other people for mine. So I don't condemn you for
Yeah.
that either. So I don't give a. At the end of the day, I do care about everybody, but if I can't save everybody, I know that there's necessary sacrifices. Because at the end of the day, just like you can't please everybody, you can't save everybody. The weak ones will die off. That's just how it goes. That's just how the
Exactly.
animal kingdom works, bro. The strong can help the weak, but at the end of the day, if the weak start eating up the strong, then there's some people that are gonna have to forfeit their life or forfeit their type of way of living for
You
mine.
can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink. You feel
So
me? But
not
at
not
the end of the
everybody
day,
can be successful. That's what I'm saying.
nah, it's just like, but back to the badge of honor. Like, if you have to wear that like a badge of honor, then you really wasn't in the shit. You should wear that shit as a disappointment at the end of the day, no matter what. You should take that and say, how can I better myself? How can I become a better human being every single day?
Hey, if you know better, you do better. That's the problem. The problem is people
Exactly.
don't. All right, you have a great idea of making money. A lot of these people, they know how to make money from from midnight to midnight. They know how to, what I'm saying. They know how to do all that, but they don't know how to
They don't know how to save a dollar. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not
Those people
even
see it
no. It's
with
not even
all that
about
money.
that. Your mind is broken, okay?
Mhm.
Because that's all you know. You know what I'm saying? Just because you make money don't make you smart. You a bunch of dumb niggas, fucking rich, hood rich. You know what I'm saying? Making stupid money, stupid bread. Fucking got designer, got cars, got looking nice, but you're dumb as hell. You don't know nothing. All you know is money, and money never brought you happiness. It just brought you closer to death's door in a different way. You feel what I'm
Sure.
saying? So yeah,
100%.
we have you have those small little strip club escapades where you throw money and having a great time, and that's awesome. I'm glad you can enjoy your time on this earth the way you want to. It's just what it is, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which contradicts something else I said, but at the end of the day, it is. I can't tell you how to live your life, but at the end of the day, if you actually cared, if you're a person out there who actually cares about community, and this is just something you cared for, and you're just trying to make some money for a short time and get up out of there, then you need to start thinking, man.
Yeah,
You need to start
reevaluate your
reading
life.
books, bro. Read. I can't give advice to somebody who know not because they have a different lifestyle than I do. You feel what I'm saying? They have a whole different lifestyle than I do. I can't. I got out of line. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids like me that grew up like me sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? They
Hell yeah.
or they start getting high. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people whose parents got high and they've been around trap houses and shit like that, they end up selling drugs. They don't get out of line like I did, like my brother did. They don't. They just keep following that same pattern. So um, I have no advice for at least today. I don't have any advice for someone in that situation. I looked at life differently. I was into anime. I was into video games, and maybe that helped. I was I'm a low key nerd, so I've always been a low key nerd. I can hang out with almost any crowd, bro. I don't. I can hate the words that people say. I don't judge. Everybody judges. I'm gonna give you the buck right now. Just because you judge somebody doesn't mean that you'll stop being their friend. Like, oh, that's a little weird, but that's cool. I don't care. That's you, man. Hey, you're into that, whatever. But that's as far as judgment goes. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. Sometimes people judge you for the fact that like getting despicable and like, like you watch anime, you're a nerd, like you know what I'm saying. So oh, you like New Balances back in the day. If you got caught wearing New Balances, you'd be fucking shunned from
Getting
the
fired
community.
now.
Damn, they're shunned for the fucking community. You know what I'm saying? That's how
Yeah,
I know,
100%.
and that's another thing that brought me away from buying designer clothes. As you get older, it's like, bro, y'all were ragging on dudes who used to wear Champion back in the day. Champion wasn't dope back in the day. You was a bum for wearing it back in the day when you was a kid. That was,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You
90s, yeah.
you was a bum for wearing Iversons over the fucking Air Forces. You was a bum for wearing Felines. You was a when Felines started cool, then it stopped being cool. You know what I'm saying? Because Air Forces came out, and if
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
caught wearing Felines or Reebok, you was whack, bro.
yeah.
That's just how it was when you grew up. But you know what I'm saying? And that just shit's and grown adults are going along with this still to this day. So that shit's corny to me. Um, that shit will always be corny to me. You feel what I'm saying? Because you guys are holding people back from being who they truly are. Now, some things, like I tell Pete, hey man, some energy isn't supposed to be in the world. And
Facts.
like your porn category is not supposed to be in the world. There's no reason why you should be comfortable enough to tell them your search history for porn. I don't care how vanilla it is. For vanilla, for those of you who don't know what vanilla is, it means standard. Like, say you look up just missionary style. That's what you like. Just mission a dude on top of a girl having sex. Vanilla. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how vanilla it is. It's nobody's business. I don't care how comfortable with sexuality you are. That shit doesn't need to be anybody's business. You should never feel the need to be that anybody's business. Like online. Like if it's between me, if this was not online and this is just a regular me and Pete just chilling talking, that's cool. But I'm talking
Yeah,
like online to fucking the world. That type of shit
yeah.
does not need to be out there. Some things just don't need to be out there. And there's a lot of things that are online that I'm seeing that of I believe to be taboo that is way too should have never been put out there. Just do your like hey, you do that shit, do you. You don't need to add me into it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know because a lot of people are so mad at what's going on in the world for the simple fact of I don't give a fuck if it ranges from LGBT or to fucking black people to politics. Some things out there are just taboo that shouldn't be talked about. When I was growing up, you didn't talk about religion, you didn't talk about politics for a reason. Unless it's in within your inner circle, like me and Pete, inner circle. But you don't just spread that knowledge across like everybody's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like,
No,
if you vote for this person, then I don't fuck with you. Yeah, that shit is no one. If you ever noticed growing up, you never knew who fell on what political spectrum. You didn't know. You knew who was gay or whatever the case would be for the simple fact of like just their mannerisms and how they acted. You knew that who you know what I'm saying, but it never was flaunted. I don't care that people flaunt who they are. And be who you are. That's great. But some things about yourself just need to be hidden, bro. Just it's not hidden. Just talk amongst the people you trust. You don't need to be online telling people your porn history. You don't need to be telling people that you're a Democrat or a Republican or
yeah, no, that's yeah,
only
no,
thing
you're right.
I'm comfortable with I is saying is I only because I feel like this is such a contradiction. I'm in the middle, and I feel like I'm allowed to say that I'm in the middle because I'm not a specific party. I like I believe in a lot of liberal views, and I believe in a lot of conservative views. I'm very conservative, and I'm
100%.
very liberal on a lot of topics, bro. Like so, and I'm pretty sure I feel like a lot of people are too. It's like why stop
I'm the
labeling
same way.
people as either or? Like I'm like it is what
I
it
don't
is.
have to be anything I don't want to be.
I believe
It's America.
and this is a cover for everything. Just like how people be like, "Oh, I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally." You know what I'm saying? Cool, buddy. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I'll get that same
That's
response.
racist.
I mean, I feel like the people who say that are racist, but at the same time, I got some good buddies that say that. So I guess not.
If you hate something, you're racist.
I
You're
mean, if you
prejudiced.
hate somebody, listen. There's a all right. I'm glad. All right. I know you don't want to get on this topic, but here's the deal. A lot of people, just like the words respect. You guys, a
Yes,
lot of people out there, you guys get the word respect confused with fucking courtesy. You don't give anybody respect unless they fucking earned it. Respect means
exactly.
you
Yeah,
admire somebody. You admire the work they do. You respect them in that aspect. If Pete fucking, you know, since he got clean, you know what I'm saying? I respect that. I admire him for that because not anybody can do that. So I respect him for doing that. That's a respect level because not everybody can do that. That's a respectable feature.
mhm.
But
I
when
don't
you
take pride in that
a
though.
lot
I'm
of
just gonna say that.
and that's fine, but I respect you all the same for because it's happening because I can't say the same if I was in that situation that I'd be able to do that. So it's
Mhm.
admirable. It's very because statistics say a lot of people don't more people don't get out of that situation than do, right? It's a disease that kills.
If you want it,
It's a
if you
chosen
want it.
disease that kills, okay? So here's the deal.
Mm,
So just for the simple fact of that, so courtesy is manners, regular manners. So if I see I may not agree all on fucking LGBT ways, right? I don't care that you're gay. You can be gay. You should be able to be whoever you are. But this whole
facts.
representation and all this other shit and this old bullshit going on, I may not agree with to the most part. But I will not treat you any different as a human, and that's where courtesy comes in, and that's what people always confuse courtesy and respect. I don't have to respect a gay person because he's gay. That no, I
So
will.
no.
If I see a
Mm,
gay dude, and he says good morning to me, or if I see him and I'll say good morning. That's courtesy. That's being polite to somebody. And anybody who's rude is considered a bigot because you're
you
you're treating
starting
them
problems for no
different.
reason.
You're treating them different because they're gay. Who cares that they're gay? I'm gonna say, hey, how you doing? How was your day going? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna give somebody if I have a gay waiter, I'm gonna give them a tip, just like I would give a normal person a tip. I'm
Facts.
still gonna give them that $20 tip. You know what I mean? No matter what,
Yeah,
still be generous. It's not gonna be any less or more of anything of anybody.
yeah, exactly.
I give everybody I get the same courtesy I give everybody else. I'm not rude to anybody who's not rude to me. That's what courtesy is. You treat everybody at a baseline. Respect is when somebody has done something that you admire. So I understand when like maybe for the LGBT community, when somebody comes out and everything, that's admirable because it's something they couldn't do, so they admire, so they respect them. That makes sense. But you can't tell somebody who's not gay to respect somebody who came out because they don't
Facts.
care. Like, bro, to us,
They
it's
don't
not
get it.
that hard. Like, bro, you just okay, cool. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nobody,
different human being.
they're like, okay, cool, you came out. Okay, nobody cares anymore. See you later. You feel what I'm saying? The problem is, see, it is,
I
yeah,
do.
but And here's the deal: the people who, when you say that type of shit online, when you say I came out of the closet, you're gonna have people say thank you, I respect you, and then you're gonna have people say okay, cool, that's not
Yeah,
news,
I hate to.
get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Just get the fuck
Yeah,
on. There's no need to you need to respect him. He doesn't need to respect him. The point of the matter is that's the taboo I'm talking about. Some things don't need to be put in public. You feel what I'm saying? When you put it in public, you get public opinion. Once you added me to the conversation, I didn't add myself. It, I scrolled
facts.
down timelines and it was in my timeline. Somebody I know shared it. You put it in the public, so now I have a public opinion. You feel what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
added me to the conversation. If you didn't want me specifically in the conversation, then you should have kept it amongst your friends offline. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it
yeah,
in your social group. Have start a group chat on Facebook without being posting it on your wall that me and you are friends. Because once you post on your wall, I am now in. Just like when this video goes
yeah,
up,
exactly,
I added the whole world into my opinion, and everybody's gonna have an opinion
exactly.
on me having an opinion, and that's fine because I like to open up dialogue. That's just what this is about.
Which fine with, yeah, we're fine.
And
We're
it
totally
just
fine with that.
and the whole point of that was just is to prove like that, yo, just some things just don't need to be said to the world. You know what I'm saying? Some things, you know what I mean, just don't need to be
Which
everybody
we agree
something it
on
don't
a lot
it's
of
just
the
like
time.
saying obvious things like I'm gay. Okay, we know you're gay. I'm trans. We can see that. You know what I'm saying? We can see
Have a
that.
good time.
Okay?
God
Just
bless.
hell,
You feel
God
me?
bless. Have a good
At the
time.
end
I'm
of the
glad
day,
you
God
I'm
bless.
honestly super happy that you can be who you can be.
I'm so happy you can be that strong to put on for the rest of the network.
You know what
You
I'm
feel
saying?
me?
Hey
Have
man,
a
if
great
you
time. You know?
hey man,
No, for real. Yeah,
I'm just saying,
yeah, do it
there's
too.
no hate in my heart. There's no malice. I'm glad that you can
Ah,
come to terms with who you are. Just like every day, I have to
exactly.
figure out who I am. Just from me hiding, that I'm a nerd and
Facts.
all this other shit. So it's not like I don't understand. It's just the fact of the matter is some things just don't need to be put in the public. Like I'm not gonna run down the school system to teach kids about anime. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You don't want
I
to
don't need
force
to
it upon
change,
them.
force everybody's whole
Yeah,
lifestyle because I need them to know and understand that I like anime and I need them to understand
facts.
me and like, bro, like
That that really comes down to accepting yourself. I think at the end of the day.
exactly. And you know what? A lot of I can't speak for a lot of them, but I'm pretty sure their home life and the not accepting of the ones around them is what's making them branch out
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the
You're
and
right.
the, or, and basically branch out to online communities, right? But also at the same time,
Hey, that's
it's the fear of other
I'm
people.
out. You.
It's also the
Yeah.
fear of other people being denied. You feel what I'm saying? That you don't that you feel like you won't be accepted. Like, damn, this person. If this person didn't have a chance, I felt highly about that person. Then I'm not going to be accepted. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? So then
Yeah.
it all becomes a huge thing. So yes, I understand it within your community. It's very positive, but keep it within that community. Stop. You know what I mean? It's just like some things just like there's no reason to go attack school curriculums and all this other shit and change health class and like yeah you can teach that some kids are gay and all this other stuff and all you know what I mean but to go
You
and like
can't do that.
huh
I know what you're saying. Keep
you
going.
feel what
Keep
I'm
going.
saying?
I'm not
You
not hating.
can, no, that's what's happening. Like you can do all that, but it's just like like this whole non-binary thing and the pronouns is out of control.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
this
yeah,
whole like no
yeah.
gender. Let me
100%.
check off no. That's stupid. That's out of control. It's fucking retarded at the best.
I agree.
There's no foundation for that because there's new genders popping up every day. Because why? It's how someone feels inside. It's never based on just the regular two genders. You can be a male that wants to be a female wants to be a male, or you can be someone who was
Yeah,
born in between. You feel what I'm saying? And actually have scientific chromosome to match that matchup. But for the people who have
exactly.
a mental feeling of I'm just somebody else. I'm not male. I'm male today, but I'm girl tomorrow, and then I'm just sometimes I feel like a little bit of both, and then sometimes I like animals in that sexual. Like you guys are out of control. Too much fucking things.
Yeah, yeah. You stick to one.
You can't.
Finesse one.
It's not even that. It's not. I can't. Like, there's no way to please all of you because every single one of you is different in your genetic. Like, we're, society runs off a baseline. Okay,
An
you
opinion.
can't please every individual. What you guys want is to try to make a society to please every individual, which is not realistically possible. You cannot please every individual in society. There's not one
on a
person that
time basis.
like
So you want me
I
to change? You want my opinion to change depending on what the fucking weather is, type shit.
yeah,
Seriously,
no,
change it.
seriously, exactly like that. It's like, yo, I meet somebody who's fucking uh pansexual today, and he goes by her, is, I, it, the fucking we, whoa, I, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then tomorrow I
Yeah,
meet somebody who's BIQICID today.
exactly.
Like, bro, I can't.
Yeah,
What? Like, I thought you
I
just said.
just
What?
processed the shit from yesterday.
Listen. the- It's already bad enough that communication in human language is already hard enough.
Yeah, bad.
You guys are breaking it down into a smaller scale. It's like taking fucking a pebble and breaking it down and hitting it with a hammer, and then taking the dust into each individual fucking particle and trying to please each one of them. Like, you guys are breaking human
With a
language.
larger scale,
It's like you guys are breaking it
with
down.
social media comes.
You guys are breaking it down too much. It's like too like it's basically like when someone's name is fucking Edward, you call him Ed. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
the
you
English
meant to be,
language, you know,
Eddie. Yeah,
compensates for easy communication. So we Edward Ed. You guys are breaking it down into. Oh, I'm not want to be called Edward. I'm called Edward Than the third, the fifth. That's what you guys want to be called. I want to be
okay,
called my
yeah,
whole
yeah.
name. So when you call me by my name, I want to be considered Edward through it the fifth removed. That's my name. That's what I want to be called. That's what I am, and that's who I identify as. That person. I don't want to be called just Ed. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hold on, like,
But
fuck.
it's like it's weird though because like first of all, this podcast is because we either are right or wrong, so we're gonna put
There's no
that out
right
there
or
as
wrong. Let me
first.
tell you
But
something. There's no right or wrong in opinions,
well, one of the two.
unless
Listen, there's
no.
one of
Hold
the
on,
two. You
hold
better
on.
choose one.
No,
You better
because
choose one.
these are opinions, right? There's none of this shit is scientific facts. This is all basically scientific. This is
That's true.
all philosophical feelings. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it.
Mhm.
It's a philosophy of feelings and emotions in the human brain. Okay. A fact
Yes.
is 2 plus 2 equals 4. You feel what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's gonna be a fact no matter what. A fact is I'm a male, you're a male, and my wife is a female. That is a fact. There's nothing changing that. There's no her chromosomes are this as a female. Hers are not the same as mine. Everything.
How many do we have?
What?
How many chromosomes do we have?
23, 23,
Yes. Yeah.
23. Hey, listen, I'm not the
Good.
fucking. I'm not a fucking genius. I
Smarter than
know
me. I'll tell
I
you
didn't
that.
want to say fucking 24, but I knew it was 23. 23.
Hey.
I know it was 20 something. I'm not a fucking
Yeah.
biologist. Anybody
Yeah,
who
but
sits
you
here
ain't
and laugh.
taking the fucking
At the end of
time.
the day, we can all sit here and ask fucking, are you smarter than a third grader fucking questions, and you probably
I would
wouldn't
love
know.
that.
I can
I
sit
would
here.
love that. We should do a segment on
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I can
that.
ask you how many pressure points do you have in your body right now?
Over 200.
No. See?
What are you talking about?
Pressure
How
points.
many
Like,
bones we got?
how
How
many?
many bones
How,
we got?
how many? Exactly. See, we can keep asking these questions. We can
You know
all
what I'm
ask.
saying? We
We
can
can
keep it
all ask.
going.
Do you see
Keep it
where I'm
going.
going with this? We can all like, oh, he's stupid. He's just fun. That's not what we're doing
You
here.
don't know.
I don't
Name
know
every
what
rock in the world. Name
rock.
every single mineral in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, go
You
ahead.
don't know that. It's just like, yo, yeah, like it's just too much. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like when I it's just like the human language is the way it is, and when you keep adding new relationships and sexualities to the mix, it's
It
just making
complicates it.
everything so. And you're confusing kids because you guys want to teach this shit to kids. Kids are already confused. I just told you about a small snippet of my life and how it made me so confused growing up. You know what I'm saying?
There's people doing that right now,
Never mind what you guys
right
are
this second.
doing to your children deliberately. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be confused. You feel what I'm saying? Like I believe gay can be born, but I also can believe it can be taught. A lot of females when in high school
Racism.
were saying gay they were gay when they knew they weren't. It was just cool to be a lesbian in high school, or it was cool to be pregnant.
Yes.
And the same thing with pregnant.
Yeah.
Every female in eighth grade wanted to be pregnant. Always lying and
Yeah.
saying they're pregnant. That was like a super common thing when we were little. Just like
Super cool.
I find hey, y'all are kids. Y'all are going through your own little thing, your own world. It's a new world in my old world. So But a lot of you, but
Not only that, the
a lot of
mothers
you,
fake the
pa-
pregnancy.
a lot of you,
You know what I mean? Like,
a lot of you parents are subscribing to things a body changing to your kids, like hormone blockers and or just engaging.
yeah,
It's just you're getting involved in their. I want you being involved in their life, but not to the degree where it's like body altering. You guys are doing too much when 'cause a lot of us grow up and be like, yo, bro, I can't believe that used to be me. A lot of us are embarrassed of our past. A lot of us are embarrassed about the phrases we used to say, yo, those shoes are fat. Those are some fat shoes, dog. You got some fat shoes on. Like that's embarrassing. We used to wear fucking 10XTs and think it was cool, and
yeah.
anybody who said it and anybody who said something to us was fucking dead wrong. Like, yo, you're crazy. You're
Got no
cooked.
drip.
You would fight tooth and nail to talk about how you're a fucking 13-year-old wearing 10X fucking tees and fucking literally 2XL pants, just a bag and sag, bro. Like you couldn't tell us nothing. This was swag. This was it. This is yeah, like, bro, no, like stop playing.
The two T's,
You
two
feel what
two
I'm
pairs of
saying?
shorts. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
you
Yeah, come
can't.
on, man.
You couldn't tell us something. So I know what you're going through. But at the end of the day, my parents, our parents never entertained it, bro. Literally never entertained it to
Yeah.
that fact. Now, some of you guys out there might be, you know, actually what you are, and I feel bad, and I hope you can find the opening. Really, it's not the closure. I hope you can find an opening to be yourselves and be within a community that loves y'all for who you are. But for those who are just following the wave of hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Listen, man, yeah.
Oh, I think I'm non-binary because sometimes I like the color pink, and I think that's I, some people say that's gay, but I'm not gay. I like girls, and now you're getting confused and all this other shit.
Why is it gay?
So now you're gonna go out there and consider yourself non-binary, or one of your friends reads uh uh a fucking what the fuck is that shit called? A blog post that sounded so intelligent, bro. Me and Scott used to think we were gonna get superpowers in 2012. We thought we were gonna, evolve, and
Youngest.
we fucking researched fucking thick ass documents like this online from blogs and all this other shit on how Saturn and all, just like December 21st, we were supposed to get
You
superpowers.
know,
You feel what I'm saying? We researched all this, and it made everything seem so real, and that's what you guys are going through right now. But for you parents that are subscribing to this and helping your kids fucking believe that there's something they're not, just let them be kids. Let them grow up. Just love them. You don't have to like subscribe and be like and all this other shit. Just like, hey Timmy, just go to school, come back. I love you. Here's your sandwich. Da da da. Hey, what'd you do today? Oh, that's cool. Say and
that
get
it's all takes. It's
and
all
cool.
the simple things,
It's
bro.
just the simple things. When their friends come over, just say, you know what I'm saying? Let them greet you and they go out, let them go upstairs, go on their way. Let them vent to you without fucking you finding a solution for them. You know what I'm saying? Just let them vent. Give them solid advice and let them go on their way. Because that's all kids want. Because they're going to figure it out eventually on their own. They're going to go through heartbreak. But if you give them something that changes their life and they wish they can go back, they're going to blame you. And then that's when suicide thoughts really start creeping in and they're going to hate their fucking life because that's something they can't go back from. So just let kids be kids because by the time they get older, they're either gonna stick with it or just be like, damn, I can't believe I really thought this way. I like what I
Yeah.
thought this. I'm gonna hide this. I want to hide this from the world. You feel what I'm saying? This is you know what I mean? Because we can all agree that though the numbers are creeping up, it's still very not normal to be a part of that community. The LGBTQ community. It's not normal. It's now becoming socially norm, which is good for for people's mental state. That's good, but it's obviously not on the rise of actual people being gay. Like it's on the rise slowly because I believe it's being taught. You know, that's just what it is.
Let's switch the topic into how many people are in the LGBT community that
Twenty three
don't even
percent.
belong there. Let's
There's
switch it up.
There's
Let's switch it
23%.
up.
23% of the United States population is considered LGBT community. But I'd be like, in my brain, I'm like, there's a
How many of those
lot.
people are actually gay though?
That's what I'm saying. Because there's a lot of female in there. But like, I mean, I kissed a girl once and I let her eat me out once. Because a lot of girls
Hmm.
growing up were very bi-curious. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to that word? Whatever happened to being bi-curious? You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to just you know being bi? You know what I'm saying?
Well, all right. So I'm
Whoop
gonna
whoop.
switch it up, right? Bang. So it's like, all right. It's a different world for you. So say there's like 10,000 BGS 10 Charizards, right? Then I know you're already thinking like this has nothing to do with that. No, it does because not all 10,000. So like 1,000 of those were broken open, right, and sent to a different company. And there's a population
For
report,
those of
right?
you that don't know, I
Every gay
hold on.
person,
What is BGS? You gotta you. I don't even know what that is. You said BGS
uh,
Charizards.
it's a grading service for Pokemon cards, right?
Okay.
So bang. All right. So say you get a 9 back, you're gonna crack that 9, and you're gonna send it back again to hope it's a 10. There's 20,000 gay people in the world. What about all those gay people that fucking found a girl? Tell me there's not one.
I
Tell me there's
know.
not like
I know.
10,000.
I know there's a couple of them. There's a lot of dudes. There's a lot of dudes, women that thought they were gay for a long time that
But
stopped.
you're
A
not.
lot. They're not. There's a lot of people that right now. There's a whole partition on not partition. There's a whole group on Facebook for trans that actually went full trans but want to transition back because they made a mistake. There's a lot of them.
That's fire. That's fire.
You
It's
know what I'm
not,
saying?
but it
They
is
don't
because it's
speak. Now I don't.
controversial.
Like I said, if trans people are less than 1%, less than a percentage of
Yeah,
population,
the
then
community
they're
population.
probably a 1% of that trans population. You feel what I'm saying? But I would like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see.
it's a half.
I'm sick of looking. I'm sick of speaking to activists. I'm sick of speaking to the extremists of these groups. I want to
They
speak to
think they know
somebody
everything.
who, because I've met plenty of gay dudes, right, who don't give a fuck about no damn LGBTQ community. They don't give a. They don't. Like, bro, I am who I am. I'm not this activist that goes crazy and like, bro, like I'm gay. I like dudes or whatever the case may be. Or I like girls. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why they're fucking pushing this, going this type of agenda so damn hard. You know what I mean? It's just not that serious. I want to speak to somebody like that who has a level head because a lot of these other people seem like they're just dungeon dwellers that sit in their fucking basement and just read too many. They don't actually speak
Yeah,
to the human
Reddit pages.
population.
Yeah.
Or they're just people who go out looking for a problem. There's the people who are problem seekers. Did you just
Mm,
misrepresent me on purpose? Like looking for something just to make something like trigger them. I hate the word trigger too now. It's like the word cringe, trigger,
I
all
do
this
too.
shit. It's just too much, bro. It's just like something that just set them off, bro. Just like they're looking for somebody to squeeze that trigger, bro. And they quick to let the heater blow. I'm not fronting. They're the ones,
You
bro.
know what I'm saying?
Like my wife ran into a
But
fucking some lesbian chicks the other day on her post route. She was like, I guess somebody had drew a dick in their fucking mailbox, and they're like,
you know I'm famous
"Are
for
you are
that.
you are you the regular mailbox person here?" Because I'm pretty sure the real mailbox person is a male, and somebody drew a dick in our mailbox. I'm like, lady, no, I'm not. And like, first of all, she was like, we reported it to the police. Like, what? Like, because the police have
Listen,
nothing better to do but to go investigate a dick drawer in a fucking mailbox. Like, oh, hey boys, hey, we got a 1098. We need to fucking go find we got a dick drawer in the mailbox. We got a fucking doodle dick drawer for the mailboxes. We need to
doodle
find this in.
dick.
Like, fuck, what are we doing here?
Listen,
Like,
I'll have a gay dude jump through your window, and people already know who actually know me. I already got that on file. I hit licks with gays. I don't give a fuck.
He's clamming in your windows. He's snatching your people up.
Can't nobody say that I choose a
hey, pause
side.
that real
You know what
quick.
I'm saying?
My man said we hit licks with gays.
Yeah, we do. I'll send a gay dude through your window, and it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
call that man the
it's,
Grinch. I call that man Grinch the
it's
way he be stealing.
'cause we stole Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I sent a gay dude through your window.
The real question is, how'd you pay
But
him?
no,
What'd you pay him
honestly,
in? You pay him in semen?
ask him what he got. Everybody know who it
Ew.
was.
The way you say it
Ask
sounds
him.
horrible. Can you just say what he got so you can
Oh,
clear your name?
you want? He ain't got shit.
Oh, all right. Thank God.
Anybody that knows me know who's that
You know
person
what's
is,
crazy?
and I
I know.
sent him to
So
that
my wife
person
has
to
a lot
her.
of gay friends. Is it weird that all of them are like thieves? They're like weird kleptomaniacs.
Why do you think I put him on the job?
Yo, no, I'm not dead serious. A lot of my wife's gay friends are kleptos, bro. They steal. Is there something about gay dudes that like to steal?
All right, so just how I know you, because our parents are connected, the same reason I know this person.
Yeah. Oh, that's how you know 'em?
Yeah, through family
That motherfucker was like,
ties.
"Hey, Peter, shout me out."
Yeah, I was kissing on his sister and all that. Whatever the case
Oh,
may be, it
bro,
don't even matter. It don't even
bro,
matter.
I was yo. When you said I was kissing on, I said, I'm like, hold on, bro. What is about to
Nah,
fall
ask
out
his
your
sister.
mouth?
She know I'm not gay.
God
Ain't no big deal.
damn.
Fuck.
Oh wait, hold on. His
But
sister is whatever.
she
We
ain't. No, no, no. It's a definite. Anything. Go ahead. Just like ask a question. It's
all right,
no.
all right, cool. I don't know her then. If I
Instead of
don't know her, then it's cool. Because you already know who I was thinking about.
no, don't. Oh. So if you're talking about with your girl involved and that person in that world
Oh
type shit,
no, 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 no. I was talking about
no, no. Then I don't
Chris's
know
family
anything
member.
about
I
it.
was talking about Chris's family member.
Chris who?
Chris, bro.
He got a gay family? Oh no, it's a male. Oh, wait. What are you talking about?
Oh,
You talking about? I'm
I'm
talking about.
talking
I
about
sent a gay
Gibbison.
dude
Yeah, you was
through
having.
a window.
Yeah, no, no.
You
We
was
we know about the
having
robbery. Hold on, hold on,
that.
hold on. We got to fix this because
Yeah,
all right, we know the gay dude did the robbery for you. You said you was fucking on his sister, who was gay also.
I was kissing on his sister for a
Who was
whole
gay?
night.
Oh, who's gay
Dude,
also?
yeah,
Who's
he's
supposed
you
to be
know he
gay?
gay.
Is she's gay?
No, he gay.
Oh, he's gay.
No,
All right, that's where I was confused. So that's why I decided to say Chris, and then his cousin.
that's whatever
Hey man, that's
podcast.
an
No,
achievement.
no.
That's an achievement right there. I don't give a fuck. Let Xbox.
I'll send them. I'll
Let the
send them through the
Xbox
window
achievement
type
come up
shit.
at the bottom.
Don't say it ain't no Xbox. It might bring it into a conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, fuck
there
that,
was no
bro.
Xboxes involved. There was no nothing involved.
Let me tell you something. If you're a
I'll send
straight
them through
man,
the
if
window.
you're a straight man out there and you had sex with a dyke or a lesbian, a hardcore one too, we ain't talking like a weekend. You know what I mean? But she tested the waters with you. Hey man,
She off the
give
Xans.
yourself, let
You know what I'm
yourself get
saying?
that 100 G's from the Xbox achievement, cause you got a trophy, baby. That's what's up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never done nothing like
We
that, and
all
I
have
feel like
achievements at the end of the day,
how
but
that's an achievement, bro. And for you people out there that don't understand, bro, you gotta that's crazy. I guess there's a thing that goes around that gay dudes that like to try to turn straight dudes gay. You know what I mean? But but in my brain, if a dude even contemplates kissing on you, he was already gay. Um, yo, thank y'all for coming to watch Take Shots. We appreciate everybody who's came out for the second episode. Thank you, thank you. We really
nice.
do appreciate it. I really hope y'all engage in our stories. We're really just giving you guys snippets of our life. Some things you guys probably won't agree on. There's a few things we gotta cut out and edit just because for the simple fact we're using people's names. Some of the things are gonna be audioed over with just some stupid word. I'm gonna try to make funny. What the simple fact may
Yeah,
be. But I really, really, really do, or we really, really do appreciate y'all for even listening to any point in time of this podcast. We don't thank you. I really do appreciate it. I really hope you
yeah.
guys come back and keep on coming back to listen to our stories and just some of the things we have to talk about what's going on in society and mostly our life, bro, because that's really what we find ourselves end up always coming back to our personal lives. And this is what this is about: therapy and just laughing about the situations we find ourselves in. So once again, thank you, and I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year,
Right.
depending on when this fucking podcast comes out. Peace.
Love you guys.